Mamacita. There is Santa Claus. Wave of your son because it's Christmas Eve. I know that I should be the sleeping. Dude, I have listened to this song all day. Ho, ho, ho. The sleeping. To bring his castanet. The sleeping. Guys, a happy fucking Christmas. Merry Christmas. Happy day. I hope everyone's having a good one, man. Ole. Mamacita. Guys, how are we? Hello, hello, hello. Merry Christmas, man. I really wanted to do the stream yesterday, but then I got busy. And I didn't. I didn't at all. Do you want to know what I did do, though? I sat with Miz for like 2 hours, and we listened to fucking, what is it, Wonderful Christmas Time by Paul McCartney for the entire 2 hours. On repeat. I've never... That is like... That's almost like diagnosably autistic, and I don't say that disparagingly. Like, I've never... I actually think it might be. I have never seen that before in my life. Yeah, like, it's unique. And, like, but here's the thing, though, is that I forgot. Like, you just melt into it. You know what I mean? Like, you're not thinking like, oh, wow, this is like the 15th time I've listened to this song. It just loops perfectly. No other song can do that. That is it. That is it. Yo. How about you skip the leaving the cookies under the tree and just make sure your mom's awake? Guys, hello, hello. All right, what did everyone get for Christmas? Welcome in. I hope everyone had a good day. Lo and behold, chat, we will be holding some viewer call-ins today. If you want to call in, tell me what you want for Christmas. It could be serious. It could be a joke. It could be anything. I just want you to come sit on my metaphorical lap and tell me what you want for Christmas, chat. That's it. That's my only goal. I want to know what you want for Christmas, chat. I'm here. I'm sipping my juiced energy. I know. You're going to sit on my lap, too. You got nothing but had a nice dinner? Good, dude. Do you guys want to see what I got for Christmas? Because fuck you guys. You want to know what I got for Christmas? Who wants to know what I got for Christmas today? I bet you all do. I bet you all want to know what I got for Christmas. Dude, look at what Tectone gave me. First of all, Mongi GK, I don't know what it is. I don't know. I don't know at all. But, inside here, what you'll see... It's a Charizard that does incline bench press, a Charmander. You got a positive COVID test for Christmas? Oh my god, dude, that is so fucking sad. But look at what you do get, dumb kid. You get Christmas with your new family, first-time chatter, at twitch.tv/WakeWilder. Look at this guy, man. Look at how fucking yoked out this dude is. This guy would win the Olympia so fast. Like, his back isn't even anatomically correct. There's so much muscle. His lats and his traps look like abs. That's how fucking yoked this dude is. This is what, even though the dude does not... Actually, you know what? He does have decent quads. People are going to give him shit for skipping leg day. Look, man, he's just built. This was the sweetest gift, man. I am legitimately and earnestly... so grateful for this. It is so considerate and exactly what I would want. Do you guys want to put it together real quick? Yo, Merry Christmas, homies. A dumb kid, hashtag canceled. Well, dog, if this is the first time chatting, let me tell you something. You're not too bright. You know what I'm talking about? I'm just kidding. Hey, it's never too late to make things right, you know? It's never too late to find me and to fix things, you know? Because there's a better life out there. Yo, what up, Dangletron? What's up, man? Dude, this is no longer about evolution, you know? It's kind of like the same thing, like, Canute dies in the wild. Make no mistake, he'd be like, I have to have meal 3. I need more cod. I need it. It's going to be 300 grams of cod. Hold on, I'm breathing. It is a lot of walking. Canute dies like day 2. I love Canute. Canute does not make it in the wild. Anyone who says otherwise, brother, you are coping. You are coping. Canute does not live. I don't want that, but it's just, the likelihood is slim to none, chat. It's just slim to none. Sleigh bells ring-a-ling, chang, chang, chang-a-ling too. He can walk up the stairs, and it's time for a new meal. No bodybuilder. Guys, everyone thinks it's survival of the strongest, I feel like. Guys, it is survival of the fittest. Make no mistake. The strongest never entered in. Your strength doesn't matter. Unless your strength helps you survive, it is silly. And unnecessary. Dog, this is a wide bar. Holy shit. Bodybuilders, no. The Liver King told me he would survive. The Liver King is fucking keeling over. The Liver King goes quick, man. No doubt. There's just no shot, man. Poor guy's got nothing to go on. He's like 2% body fat, pumping himself worth of fucking $11,000 of pharmaceuticals. The dude's just gasping for life. Holy shit, I didn't even talk about this, guys. You guys know that the channel's pretty much done, right? Like, everything you know about twitch.tv/WakeWilder has to change this year. Is everyone aware of this? One's in chat if you know that. I don't know what has to change, but I'm assuming all of it. Everyone aware? Hold on. We gotta get Charmander on this bitch. Oh no, hold on. Is this broken? Oh shit, it's a little off. Gotta do something crazy. I react too much, chat, which is weird because I don't. Look, I'm glad they told me because now I'm literally gonna malicious compliance, never react again. But like, I feel like I react like a decent amount, but it's mostly me commenting on something really specific. Like, I don't feel like I just like react to react. You know what I mean? At least that's how I feel. Am I wrong? Chat, am I coping when I say that? Am I a react lord? Because sometimes I'll put stuff on and I just feel like I skip it constantly because I'm like, I can't fucking do this. Hold on, dude. Charmander's lifting with that suicide grip, too? Dude, this is my new joy. He just doesn't really fit on his seat. That's the only issue. Or I totally fucked up the setup here. And he's supposed to, like, be on this somehow? I don't know. Like, I feel like my issue was, like, I couldn't finish things because all I was doing was pausing and reacting. To the point to where everyone was like, please fuck off and finish a video. And then I'd be like, I don't like reacting. And then I'd end. Like, I don't know. I kind of feel like they either didn't want to tell me what they didn't like about my content, so they gave me some bullshit. Or someone doesn't like me. I think that might be the case. But this is what I will tell you. I am excited to do non-react content very earnestly. I think it's going to push me to be a much better content creator, and I think we may actually have like a real channel because of it. So I'm really excited. I'm really excited. So for everyone here who wants to be irate about the fact that Twitch denied me on the basis of reacting, I don't fucking care. Dude, you want to know what fucking frustrated me? Hey, happy Hanukkah to you. Zoe, do you want to know what really frustrated me? Is that someone commented something along the lines of like, what was it? He's like, oh yeah, I explained like what I did. I was like, most of what I do is engage with my chat, and then every now and then someone will send me like problematic media and I'll critique it. They were like, well, so that's react streaming, reacting to chat. And then I was like, what the fuck? Is playing a game react streaming, reacting to a game? How does that? Reacting is very clearly, you put on something long form and you sit there and go, oh, whoa, oh, whoa, what? That's crazy. And you let that run, you know? It's not like, here's something I gotta like look at that seems meaningful. So regardless, chat, I'm not gonna bitch about it too much because I'll be real, partnership doesn't do much. And then beyond that, it's like, I don't know, man. I want to do more. Like, I agree with them. I think that if they're actually declining me because they don't want more react streaming, you know what? I agree. I don't want to be a react streamer. I want to have more to my platform. That's substantial. I'm happy. Any plans for Camp Wake? Dude, I want to train like all the ladies of Austin and do a Camp Wake. But I probably want to include Canute on that just because that sounds really like that's selfish to not. Canute included me on Camp Canute. I'll include Canute on anything, so we'll probably wait until he comes back. Did you open your presents from Bonnie? No, I haven't yet. Who at Twitch did you speak to? No one. They just sent me a blanket email, but it actually had an explanation this time. I got 3 just generic denials, and they finally were like, "You react too much," which I was like, "Really, bro? Really, bro? React to Canute's Farm Live? No. No reacting, chat. No reacting, no come. What's the benefit of being partnered? It makes me easier. It makes it easier for me to, one, get more exposure. I'll get favored in the algorithm and general promotional efforts. I get the whatchamacallits. That's really important. I get the ad incentives. And then, what else do I get there? I also get your mom served on a silver platter by room service. Is the Cutebot house a house of evil witchcraft? I've never been to the Cutebot house. But I assume there are absolutely, hidden bodies. It's not just the TwitchCon badge. It also helps people see you. But that's so BS. Your stream actually makes people smarter, unlike a lot of other React streams. I feel like it's one thing to be like, you're a React streamer because you're just watching other people's content, but typically I'm watching something so that I can tell you why it's bad. I don't really watch things I like. I don't know if anyone's noticed that, but I don't really watch things I agree with, 90% of the time I'm watching something, I'm like, fuck this. Why did we pin bounties? Oh yeah, bounties are huge. I do get bounties. That is a massive win. Simply having a wonderful Christmas time. Dude, it's so meditative, though. I actually completely agree. Wholeheartedly. Yo, thank you, Taco Beal. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, I get those fucking... Guys, do we just want to bump it? Do we just want to bump Wonderful Christmas Time over and over again? Is that the Miz meta? Miz taught me a thing or two, all right? I know what goes on repeat now. Put chat on your knee wake and tell... Yes, guys, so if anyone does want to call in and tell me what you want for Christmas, you can do ! Discord, hop in the Discord, and we can talk about what you want for Christmas, man. Any day. Any day. We can get all cozy here. You guys can pop right on the knee, and we can chat. I mean, really talk. But other than that, that's the only plan for today. Chilling, listening to music, chatting, talking about things. And moreover, talking about what the real story of Christmas is, which is one of death and destruction and decay, where no one leaves happy. And that's an important one for you guys to know. I want the cookies and cream cake pop. I want Canute to move here, dude. I'm so excited for that. I am excited to have more Canute in my life, man. DMX's rendition of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Does he actually have one, dude? Dude, I could never react to Christmas, all right? It's not possible. It's not possible. Yeah, I think Canute's going to move. I do. I mean, we talked about it. Whether or not he does is another thing, but... As of now, that is the idea. So we'll see. It'd be really fun, man. We could actually collab, make content. That'd be so nice, man. That'd be so nice. Would love if we could, move next door. Oh, man, that would be so fucking clutch. Yeah, opening a gym, that's something that we're presently working on collectively here, which I'm really excited about. Yo, Merry Christmas to you too, man. I did. You know who I saw today who I haven't seen in, since pre-COVID was my uncle. I have an uncle. I really like him. He and I are very similar people. And he's, one of the few people throughout my life I've, reliably connected to, who I'm also, blood related to. Not, connect with on, I love my, the family I have, right? But, he's one of the people I'm like, oh, okay. I kind of, piece together the genetic puzzle a little more like you and I have. Despite not really being around one another, we, get it, you know? He fucking hates Norway. Dude, I don't get that at all. I want to go visit him in Norway beforehand. Maybe that'd be a fun IRL arc. Do you think that would be fun? I wonder if Canute would even want me to. Or if he'd be like, no, don't fucking come here. It's fucking cold. It's cold and stupid. They spend all of our money on the diving board. I mean, I'd get my own place in Norway. I wouldn't want to go, I wouldn't be like, Canute, can I go live in your family's home? That would be a massive, massive issue. If I just assumed Canute would like house me for months, are you fucking kidding me? The degree of presumption there. Texas is free. Do you think you're actually free in Texas? No. You gotta rewrite it. If you have money, you're free in Texas. You're free just about anywhere if you're rich. Which is like a fraction of the population. You are not free in Texas, man. Are you kidding me? How do you know the story of the diving board? Is Canute from that town? Yeah. I think so. Canute at least told me about it. He's always like, Wake, Norway is not what you think. The politicians never, Wake, they've never worked. Their dads make money, and then they all go and they make money on the oil, and just does that over and over again. This is gold. What the fuck did you just send me? Why is Amaranth in a hot tub, man? I mean, that's not really a question. She's in a hot tub because that's what Amaranth does.
Automod
but like,
held a message for misogyny. Automod. Oh, it's just a sea of Automod. Cool.
I can't react. Hold on. No reacting. I didn't even react to that on stream because WakeWilder doesn't react. This isn't a react stream. However, if you explain it to me bit by bit, we can do it. No reacts here. Yo, Jack Lake. I was gonna call you Jake Lack. Jack Lake. Welcome in, dog. We would never react. You looking like a stripper group of horny middle-aged women ordered for Christmas? Yes. Yes. That's what I do. He just smashed her with words and she didn't saw that. Why are people fucking bullying Amaranth? What did Amaranth do to anyone, man? She's just hanging out in her hot tub. She's there's nothing wrong with it. You know? Like she's hanging out in her hot tub. People decide they like it. Oh, you were mid-conversation. Sorry, Jack. Sorry, baby. She sold her farts. I mean, that's inventive. Here's the thing. You can't sell something, like, tyrannously, you know? Like, people have to buy your farts. That's the thing. That's the big thing. Talking about her father.
You and I were destined to be
Wait.
best friends like we are.
She was talking that was her father's fault and still doing it? Wait, what? Whose fault? Yo, what up, Cyber Garrett? Thank you so much for the sub, man. If people are willing to pay for my fart... Yeah, dude, guys, if you can commodify your bodily fluids, you should do it. Make no mistake. If you're telling me that your literal waste product has value, that's the one thing you just make, you know? Like, there's no real cost to it. You just make fart, you know? If you're telling me I can literally... If I can sell that, if there's a market for farts, I'm tapping in. That's a no-brainer. You're done with the fart. You don't need it anymore. It's going out. That's the apex of capitalism, man. Once you can start commodifying your bodily fluids, dude, honestly, that is the one thing that's so jarring about Twitch. It is, you are, like, this is the end of, this is the absolute end of capitalism. This is the end state, where it's like, everything that you are can be sold. Top to bottom. The whole gambit. It's a commodity. If you can dream it, you know? How much for the man bun? To buy it? Fuck, man. Honestly, I think I'd sell it for like $100,000. Like, I'd just cut it and sell it. I would do that. Realistically, I'll probably do a charity stream with a goal of like 50,000 to 100,000. And if we hit it, I'll cut my hair. It's a big container of pussy juice you got there. Your mom is a fountain done in one. Let me tell you something, man. Everyone is prop partying right now. What does that mean? What does that mean? Prop partying? Oh, prob partying? You think people party on Christmas Day? It's like a Sunday. I don't think people really party on Christmas Day, man. Like, at all. I don't really think that's their thing. Was the top 10 guy just chatting streamers had a non-stop stream of OF Girls as content for the last year, but suddenly people have issues with it when it's on our own stream? Oh, if people take issue with it, absolutely. I don't think people love my hair like that. What about peptide and prohormone or just do TRT? I wouldn't recommend taking really anything outside of doctor supervision. I think all it's going to do is complicate your life, dude. I'd say steer away. If you can avoid it, good. If you have legitimate medical need for it, a doctor will guide you. But I don't think you should really be self-medicating, man. Of course, roids, especially roids. Fuck that shit, man. Zerka's getting on trend. Zerka's a fucking idiot. Zerka's an actual fucking idiot if the dude touches an anabolic again. Didn't he have to have like half of his fucking liver resection because he pummeled it with anabolics? If that dude puts more steroids in his body, I'll actually be sad. Because as much as I hate John's platform, John should still be alive. I like John as a friend. I don't want John to go. I would actually be upset with him, like, very legitimately, to the point to where I would, like... I would literally flush his shit. I would flush anything I found. So stupid. It's just a liver. God. I thought he was dying. He was. And he lived, and then he's like, you know what? I'll fucking do it, bro. You think they can fucking stop me, dude? I'm gonna fucking take it again. And I'm gonna fucking deal with it. Fucking dumb, man. I just watched a crime doc last night. I'm honestly scared to go up by myself. Well, you shouldn't be, man. The thing about crime, like, I don't know, man. Like, I have family that works in, like, law enforcement. And I have to tell them all the time that, like, you get this, like, dysmorphic perspective of the world because you're reading on some level that, like, all you see of the world is the very worst of it. You know what I mean? That's it. That's the sole thing you see. I mean, the state could have helped many people in this electricity crisis. Could it ever? Could it ever, Chad? Yo!
Thank you so much.
Hiroku, thank you. Oh, Hiruko, thank you so much, man. Haven't got a stream in a while because of the 60-hour work week. Fuck me. That is so much, man. I hope that you're surviving through that. That is a workload. That is a workload. We opening Pokemon cards? No, I should actually turn that off because I don't have cards on me today. I'll buy some tomorrow, though, so we can have more cards on hand. But fuck yeah. We do, however, have an incline bench pressing Charizard, or Charmander, and, you know, that's enough for me, man. That's enough for me. Look at him. Look at him getting that shit up. Look at him just getting the weight up, just working it. What a guy, you know? What a guy. So, guys, by the way, ! Discord, if anyone wants to hop in and get on a call with me, we will talk about what you want for Christmas. And that can be anything, man. Anything. When does your book come out? It never will in a million years. I don't know when my book will come out or if I'll ever write one. I kind of do want to, though. I do think that would be super sick. Buff Charmander takes roids? Nah, dude, he's got rare candies. He's just rare candied out. What do you mean? Very rare candy. Super rare candy made from in labs in China. No one has the balls to get on VC. We're beta. Yeah, you know, eventually you'll do it. You know, yo, what up, Lita? It's good to see you, dude. Happy holidays. Merry day. Merry Christmas. Is it just me, or does Christmas Day kind of suck? Like, Christmas Eve is where it's at. Christmas Day is what the fuck ever. You know what I mean? I will go ham bone for Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve is full hype. It's cozy, everyone's coming together, you watch a movie, drink a hot beverage, everyone goes to bed cozy. And then Christmas Day is like, fuck, it's kind of already over. You know, like, the hype is gone and it's here and I don't have shit, you know? That's the weird thing. Like, it's almost like a gloom, you know, kind of falls over you. It sucks just driving around all day visiting family. I mean, why the fuck don't you guys just, like, unify in one place? They must really not like each other if you have, like, multiple Christmases. Then again, my parents were divorced my whole life, so that was, like, my childhood, more or less. That being said, though, I kind of liked it. I kind of liked the feel. I liked having kind of two separate families, said the coping boy. I just find the corner drug dealer instead. Guys, don't do drugs. Give them to me. I'll dispose of them. Safely. Read some Chuck Tingle to us. Now, that's not reacting, so maybe we will. Maybe I could read the story of Christmas to you guys. That's what my dad used to do to us when I was really young. We'd do that every Christmas Day. He'd read the story of Christmas. Let's play Would You Rather. Dude, you know I used to do that? That's all I used to do. All I used to do on stream, like my first month of streaming, was just play Would You Rather. And I would just look through all of the worst Would You Rathers I could find. When you're the one buying presents, it loses its luster. I don't really think that's the case. I think that Christmas loses its luster when, like, there are no more children to, like, excite, you know? Because half the joy of Christmas is just, like, watching, like, young life get excited about it, you know? And then once everyone kind of ages out of the enthusiasm, it's kind of whatever, you know? Like, because then you realize that this is just kind of something you do, like, in a compulsory way. It's nice to see family, but you guys can do that any day, you know? It's like all of the customs and traditions that children get excited for. The month of December, however, stays exciting, but Christmas Day itself means less. But you look forward to the ambiance and, like, the sense memory associations that you have with it, where everyone's, like, you know, just excited to kind of be where they are. Like, that shit's nice, man. Order Chinese food. Zoe knows. Zoe knows. After hearing you sing Boys to Men the other day, we need some Wake karaoke in my life. Fuck, man. Maybe we could do that, like, once. I used to do, like, it was a points redeem. That would be fun to do again. Maybe I could, like, set up a dono goal thing. And if you donate, like, X amount of subs, I'll sing a song. Like, if you do, like, 50 subs at once or something, I'll do a song. I'd set the price pretty high, though, because, like, this was my issue with it when I used to do it, was that, like, it would get redeemed a lot. Like, if I set the price too low, it would happen way too much, to the point to where it would not just, like, not be interesting when it happened, it'd also get really fucking annoying. Because it'd be like, alright, I guess we gotta do this. But this was back when I didn't have shit to do on stream, so it was kind of nice, you know? When you don't have a game plan, it doesn't matter how much. If you could spend all your time doing that, it doesn't matter at all, you know? You went to ramen from a local shop early. Dude, Asian restaurants, yeah, that's what's dope, man. We went to an Asian market and picked up a bunch of, like, pastries. Took that over. It was fucking awesome, man. It was fucking awesome. But yeah, ramen's sweet. Honestly, anything there, man. Sushi. You can grab anything. But also, I feel as though there's, like, a pact between, the, like, entire, like, Jewish diaspora and Chinese restaurants, where they're like, you stay open, we'll treat you well, you know? Like, you just got to eat this one, and we're gonna give you guys what you need. Because that is like a codified tradition. Like, that's like it's almost fuck if I know if it's the correct pronunciation, Zoe. I read more than I hear. Most of the words I just hear. I am right? You might be. I just always said diaspora. Diaspora? Diaspora. Got it. Got it. Yeah. Okay. So this is one thing I want you guys to think about here, okay? I was talking with Mizzy. Miz told me I need to do a Super Mario 64 arc where I learn to speedrun Super Mario 64. Does anyone want that here? Who wants that? Who wants me to learn Super Mario 64? We got one yes. Not even a little. Yes. We want Jim Stream. I couldn't want that any less. That's so funny. Missy was like, dude, this is what, like, trust me, it's great content. They're gonna love it. It will help you just get part. Yeah, well, that's probably more or less what he was thinking. He's like, shit, if you can't sit there and, like, react and chat, then you might have to start doing something. However, he just wants to race you. He'd probably fucking roast me, man. He goes so fast. I suck at it. I suck at it. I'll tell you what, man. All I like doing is chatting. There's like nothing else I want to do, honestly. Like this is like kind of the joy. That and play games. Hassan does nothing though, and he's partnered. Guess what, man? Hassan doesn't have to play by the rules. He's been around for a minute. The issue is that I have to play by the rules because I'm not partnered. I got to learn what they want because I don't make them enough money for them to not care. You know. Eventually, you know, ideally, it doesn't matter what I do because they'll be like, "Fuck yeah." Dude makes us money and it's fine. But right now I don't think that's the case. Follow Canute style, I will get banned. Will you become part of OTK? No. Almost certainly not. Not only am I an exceptionally small streamer, I don't know if I even benefit them. I would love to do some GTRP though. Honestly, dude, we have to fucking brainstorm, alright? No, I love OTK. It's not fuck OTK. Honestly, there's no reason to say fuck OTK. The org as a whole is fucking amazing. Like, there's just, like, to condemn an entire organization that has no awareness of the wrongdoing of individuals who are associated is insane. You deserve to blow up on Twitch? Maybe. No one deserves that shit, man. But I'll figure out what the fuck I do well. It'll be fun. Honestly, guys, what I did learn is, check this out, guys. Hold on. Let's pull this up. What that dude was a founder? Yeah, you still don't know, man. I find out a lot of shitty things about my friends as time goes on, and it makes me sad. Check this shit out, man. Do we do it? $2,700. I could afford it right now. It put me behind for a little bit, but I'm fucking tempted. Yeah, learning about any friend who has the capacity to do, like, utter fucking evil, unbeknownst to you, is jarring and deeply upsetting, without a doubt. IRL arc, I'm thinking, dude. Let me build you a better one. Cyber Garrett, how? How? Of my heart. Invest in yourself, it's not frivolous. Yeah, I mean, it would be a tax write-off at the end of the year, but Bella Box is like 500. What's Bella Box? Am I reacting to IRL setups right now?
Thank you so much. Best of
Yo, what up, con man? 1934. I'm assuming that's the year you were born, and you're going on 90 this year? Next year? 89? Nice. Dude, is this reacting? Fuck, just borrow someone's? No! It makes me feel weird. It makes me feel weird borrowing things. I just want to have one that I never have to worry about. It's mine, and I take it, you know? I care. Will there be more gym streams? Yes! Dark Rose Nation, what up, dude? Welcome in. Merry Christmas, man. You stream IRL, can't use a normal 4G with a normal camera. Dude, did you watch my mall stream? Did you see what happened? Did you watch that fucking horror? No. I can't. Dude, S-Fan's backpack has got to be worth like fucking $20,000. I'm not going to strap that to my body. No shot. Talk to Jake and Bake? I might do that. Doesn't Jenny just use her phone? Yeah, I mean, I think she does, but I don't know, man. Doesn't she mostly not stream in the US? I feel like anything in the US is awful. Give me 2 weeks, I'll see if I can get the data service locked in. No shot. Dude, I don't even believe you. That's too nice, dude. And thank you for even considering it, but Jesus. John used phone. Okay. You gotta understand that there are certain systemic issues in Austin that make it really fucking hard. Namely, that in Austin, where we live, it's like everything is so partitioned by like cellular, like cell provider dominance, right? And so like there's different kinds of hegemony in different areas that you can't really fucking fight with there. A T-Mobile SIM card for $20K? No, man. I don't even think it's total scam. I do think it's overpay though. But I think the live view stuff that they get is like, honestly, here's the thing. you can tell that there's a distinct difference between the backpacks used based on reliability in certain dead zones. Like, some of it is pretty fucking amazing. Did you know that Hassan Senpai noticed you? No, what? How? What happened? What did Hassan say? I mean, like, I love Hassan's, like, best friend. Like, Will's one of my favorite people on Twitch, so probably makes sense. Oh, he saw the tweet? What did he say? He reacted to my tweet! That's so funny. That's so fucking funny. Oh, man. I can't react to it, but just know that that's the funniest thing in the world to me. I have no resentment towards it at all, by the way. Like, that doesn't bug me. It's like, I literally think, guys, it's just that I think someone at Twitch might not like my content much. I think that that's kind of the best explanation I have thus far. He was shitting on React streamers. Wait, he was? Wait, actually? What was his, or was he memeing it? Was he memeing that? Does Hassan know that, like, I react in the way that, like, he reacts? Okay, good. I was like, fuck. Most of what I do is just react to, like, shit that I think is awful, you know? Said he hates it because he stole his political views from him? Yeah. I stole everything from Hassan. I built it around him. He stole the bun, all right? Now he'll be known for the bun. I gotta take it. You have good takes, though? I appreciate that. I like talking. I do. It's one of the only things I really love. Wait, there's already a multi-provider plans that are integrated into one SIM. My system will combine that with a rugged outdoor SIM-based router and small amenable antenna will give you 5 times better signal strength and a back you throw against the... No shit, Cyber Garrett? How much you want? Is this real? Do you build these? You can send me your details, man. He said, what the fuck? Stay in your own lane. Joking, of course. Yeah. Wait, Hassan said that? Wait, about what? Did Hassan say that because I was reacting? That's funny. Them pool girls get verified pretty quick, I bet. I don't know, man. I'll be real. I just don't think he likes... I don't think that they like my content for whatever reason. I don't know. I straight up don't know what the issue is. If they don't want React content, I get it. I think that... someone actually explained it pretty succinctly in the comments. Someone had mentioned something along the lines of, like, you're a DMCA liability and you don't make enough money for them to not care, you know? Which makes total sense. You're a rarity here, you're a GigaChad.
Thank you so much. Best of friend.
With a very likable person. Oh, thank you, man. That's really kind. Most of them are not even goomers. At least the personality makes you like one of the... Hey, that means a lot, dude. Will Neff and Simp Mom I'd consider way more likable, but they're amazing, man. They're fucking incredible. He said, stay in your fucking lane because you're a kind of leftist React Andy with long hair and a full beard, and he said he's the only one allowed to do that. Did he actually say that? Can anyone, like... Is there a clip of that? Did he actually say this? That's so funny. I don't have a hair care routine, man. I wash it like once every week with shampoo. And that's about it, man. If he actually said that, you know what? I'm flattered. I'm flattered. However, he's got to know I had the long hair first. I've been grinding it. Here's the VOD of him reacting to it. Is there a timestamp? Because, like, fuck, if I've got to... Oh, wait, hold on. Ha! Fuck it. All right, we're gonna... God damn it. Should we react to this? I don't want to react, though. Fuck. All right, hold on. We have to do this really quick. All right? Hold on. Let's do this. I'm going to do this. We're going to add... Hold on. Window capture... Check this out. Shh. Don't tell Twitch. Don't tell Twitch. Don't tell Twitch. Shh. Shh.
All right. This was crazy. WakeWilder apparently, who's a streamer, applied for partner. Okay, and they said he can't get a partnership because his content is reactionary, but like not the actual word reactionary, like as a political term.
Oh my god, he said my name!
But just like he does a lot of react content.
I don't even do a lot of react content! You know what I hate is like everyone was like, oh, well, yeah, obviously, because you do a lot of react content. I actually don't! Like, I really don't! It's mostly just me talking! That's it! You know? Like, that's almost what's so frustrating about it. I am doing it right now. Like, God, the irony. Oh, it's so steeped in it. It's so steeped in it. Fuck.
That's crazy.
I don't even do reacting.
Same thing happened to Caroline. Maya had the same issue. I didn't even know this was a thing. You know, while I disagree with their assessment, this is very interesting. Yeah, it's super weird, but I've seen this before. You do what they say, and you make a sort of content that's not reacting to the vids. Then once you're part
Yo, thank you for the gift and swole.
I mean, what the fuck? Sort of content
Wait,
that's
what
not
did they
reacting
say?
to the vids. Then once you're partner, you can do whatever you want again.
Wait, someone say leftist platform?
Interesting.
Yeah, what's chat saying?
Okay, thinking about Joe Rogan's nipples. All right, this was crazy. WakeWilder.
What's chat saying?
Who's a streamer?
Chat digs it.
For partner. Okay, and they said he can't get a partnership because his content is reactionary, but like not.
Thank you, chat, for
the
being
actual
cool.
Word reactionary.
That means
like
a lot.
Political term, but just like he does a lot of react content. That's crazy.
Interesting. So it happened to Caroline Kwan?
Maya had the same issue. I didn't even know this was a thing. You know, while I disagree with their assessment, this is very interesting. Yeah, it's super weird, but I've seen this before. You do what they say, and you make a sort of content that's not reacting to the vids. Then once you're partner, you can do whatever you want again.
So weird.
I mean, what the fuck? That's
so weird. Let's grow first, then your content will be incoming.
But also at the same time, it's like, oops. Like,
You
what does
and I
that
were
mean then?
destined to be friends like we
You know
are.
what I mean? What does that put? Where does that put me?
Hassan, man, we're fucked, brother. The jig is up, and I was late to market.
Anything for my headache. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why it's fucked up. But what I do know, it's time for fucking. It's time.
To react?
It's time, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, so he never told me to stay in my own lane. He was cool. You guys were like, he wanted blood. He wanted you to fucking kill him.
I'm an incel myself, so do you know what the incel is? Involuntary celibate. It's like a community of people on the internet who can't get laid, and some of them go out and like kill.
So you guys lied to me.
I'm not saying I'm cringing right now. I'll explain it.
You guys all lied. He just moved on and was like, yo, that's weird. Everyone wants us to fight. I swear to God. No one can deal with the reality of there being two dudes with long hair and beards on the platform. If you're tall with long hair and beards, chat's like, who do we listen to?
You and I were
It's like all of the red pill stuff is real.
We are.
But the two true alpha sigmas, there can't be, only one can be. You have literally manifested this with 3 to 5 chatters making shit up. It's all fucked up, man. He called your beard patchy. Brutal. Just brutal. All right, but yeah, we're going to do a lot of fun stuff. I've got a lot of big plans for the future, man, and I'm excited to see where they all come to. However, we can't react. That's over. React streaming's dead, and so am I. However, what we do have is we're going to do more call-ins, and I want to do more IRLs. We'll probably do some gym streams. That's all going to be big. And I don't know, man. And then the Aftermath react to it. It's so funny, man. That's so funny that a streamer reacted to my partnership denial because I'm reacting. It's just so fucking funny. I love that. It's like it's poetry, you know? Like it is poetry. RIP reacts. Honestly, though, fuck reacts. I always hated reacts. They became a crutch, and I would just melt into it, you know? I would just melt into it anyway. I'm stoked. Honestly, excited. Does he watch me? Almost certainly not. Hassan doesn't follow me on Twitch. He doesn't follow me on any platform. I don't think he watches me. I'll throw him on every now and then, though. That's not even true. I think I've watched like a combined 4 minutes of Hassan. However, I see his clips on TikTok constantly. Dude is prolific. Just got here. What? You can't react anymore? I can't react anymore. I can't. It's all over, boys. It's all over. When you fighting Hassan, there could only be one political Giga Chad, and it has to be decided. Oh, Mist is just chatting? Well, I mean, like, we'll always have the just chatting elements. I just won't pull up media and respond to it. It's only going to be me chatting with chat. That's all I can really think of, man. He gets stunlocked too much. Well, that's kind of the reality of streaming, is that, like, I think that, generally speaking, the clips are better. You gotta fight, loser shaves head. I would shave head regardless. You'll become partner one day, we still love you. I'm not too worried about the partner. I think it just gets interesting. I really hope you lean into IRL more. A lot of people have cautioned me against it, and it kind of makes sense. A lot of people are like, look, you're gonna get a big blow up from IRL, and then it's gonna fucking die off, and then anytime you don't do IRL, you'll have no viewers, and you're gonna feel bound to it, which I kind of understand, and I don't want that shit either. It could be a right-wing version of Hassan owning the libtards. I would rather commit seppuku than do a fucking Alex Jones grift. I would rather seppuku myself. I distinctly remember him saying to stay in your own lane, but it might be a Mandela effect. I swear I'm not lying. Did he really? Does he go back to reacting to me or something? Regardless, I did not see it. If he does, I didn't know it. Hold on, let's see. His stream title's literally React Lord. That's so funny. God damn it. God damn it, Bobby. It's all over. It's all over. I wonder, does he do it? I'm not reacting to it, though. Spoiler alert, he doesn't go back. Yeah, then why the fuck... In no universe would he have told me to stay in my own lane, you know? He's not gonna do it. He's just not gonna do it. He's got Valkyrie on with him. Well, yeah, isn't that kind of his thing? Wait. Wake, where are you on the gay so here? On the gay so here? What is the gay so here? What the fuck does it mean, chat? You could redefine the idea of variety streaming, just do everything from WoW to Hot Tub and push limits. I think that's all. Look, guys, I'm just gonna go hambone. I'm gonna do cool shit that I have fun with and move on from it. I don't know. Shit happens. You could have S-Fan. Oh, I want S-Fan, man. God damn it, I want him. Butter sculpting Pog? Why not? All I ever really wanted to do was, like, try a bunch of new shit and make streaming, like, the vehicle for new experience, and sharing it with people to encourage other people to try new shit. If that's still the goal, we're good, man. We're in a good spot. We'll try new shit, and we'll be happy. You know what I mean? Yes, do things you like, even try things too. We'll do the whole goddamn thing. And I would love to have a collab opportunities, man. I would. Just skip Twitch and become a famous Hollywood personality? Dude, here's the thing. I skipped being a famous Hollywood personality to come to Twitch. Not that I really had it in the cards, but I was on, like, a track for something similar, and I pulled the fuck out because it was miserable. Like, truly miserable. I think this is a far more compelling alternative, because you get to really be you. You get to be unapologetically yourself. That's it. You know? Why do undead look so trash in plate armor? Fuck if I know, dude. Just a poorly... It's just the reality of how it's built, dude. That's it. That's the game. That's the game. Nothing more to be done. Much as it sucks. That's the whole fucking gambit. Dude, why is there so much shit on my... Weird. Huh. Okay, that's what it is. Never mind. Cool. My chat arena was, like, blown up for whatever reason. Getting into the wild with WakeWilder camping advice. Dude, that's why I need stuff. That's why I need to get a backpack. I honestly should. You intentionally screwed my comment over? Wait. What did I screw over? Ankade, what did you ask? Oh, wait. Where are you on the gay sphere? Oh, what's the gay sphere? What is the gay sphere? I mean, Ethan, you're a bundle of bones, man. You're not meant to take hits, you know? Oh, my gay power level over 9,000. Of course. So if I were to say, like, where am I on the Kinsey scale? Like, you're talking about, like how gay you are? From, like, very gay to not gay? Is that what we're talking about? What can we talk about if we join voice? Whatever's on your mind, as long as it's not TOS, man. I would say that I am gay enough to be like, dudes are hot, but not gay enough to want to have sex with dudes, you know? Like, I don't find men to be sexually stimulating, but I have, like, an appreciation for male beauty, you know? Like, where I'm like, that's a very hot dude, you know? But not like, and my cock is hard because it's a hot dude, you know? Like, that's, like, kind of the distinction for me. Like, I've kissed a dude and felt like nothing, you know? However, fucking... No, I just never really felt it. I don't know, man. I'm not gay, but I can appreciate a nice cock, you know? Sorry if it seemed prude. No. I just never really wanted to, like, have sex with a dude. That being said, no, there's really none there. Like, I don't know, man. I feel like if I were gay, or at least, like, if I had enough of a desire to be with dudes, it would be it. Are you gay if you love sucking dick and getting pounded at the same time? I mean, really, no. You're frankly not. Like, it's... Look, man, if you are, like... There's a world in which you could theoretically compartmentalize the physical sensations away from the actual inputs and have it not be gay, you know? It's really a matter of whether or not you're aroused by men. That's really, like... And if you're solely aroused by men. You know? Or primarily, I should say. That's really it. However, I would say that the chances of you maybe being a little bit gay, in the event that you are cool with that, is another thing altogether. Would you ever do a devil's three-way? I guess maybe. Wait, fucks a guy, fuck a fan. Kissing the homies goodnight. Yeah, there we go, man. You can't help but notice your chest hairs. Oh, yeah, I have hair on my chest, man. Twitch staff watching like stream right now, like, we made the right call, boys. I'm over here telling people, like, you don't have to worry about it. It's okay if you're a little gay. You know, you don't have to tabulate yourself as gay just because you have a little bit of gay. A little bit of gay. That's it. That's the whole gambit, man. Outfit looking gotchy as fuck today. Yeah, it's pretty fucking gotchy. I'll give you that. But I'm having fun with it. I'm so drunk I can't go to sleep. Typically, it's the opposite, isn't it? Isn't the drunkenness typically what puts people to sleep? Just a little bit, Gage. All right, here's the gambit, though, chat. If anyone here wants to come into chat and chat with me about whatever, what they want for Christmas, ! Discord, and hop in. We can start with lessons 2, maybe how to calculate macros. What are macros? Yeah, of course. There are a lot of really fun little, like, seminars I could give here on the platform about, like, basic information for how to start, which I think would be super fun. I would love to. The whole room is spinning? Yeah, you might have to go yak, my guy. That's horrifying. I'm so sorry. What in the fuck was that?
It's me.
Oh my god. Dude.
Hi. How do I
Zoe.
calculate macros? And what are they?
How do you... So, is that what you want for Christmas, Zoe?
No.
Well, this is about what you want for Christmas, all right? If you want
Well,
to
I don't
calculate
celebrate
macros
Christmas,
for Christmas...
so...
Well,
I mean, I
for
just
a
feel like that's,
moment-
like, useful knowledge, you know? Like...
Well, you calculate macros, frankly, by one, utilizing some kind of like online resource like MyFitnessPal or another thing that you could download on your phone that you essentially will then look through that to find the verified food that you're eating. You'll measure that food on a food scale, and then you will essentially input the amount of grams of that food you have into the app, and it will typically partition the amount of, macronutrients accordingly. And that, to me, is the most simple way of going about it. Easily.
You're like a, let's eyeball it kind of gal.
If you want to eyeball it, it's not a terrible start. It's really not. However, you should calculate your macros for at least 2 to 3 weeks because it'll help give you context for what a portion is.
Yeah.
And then eventually you totally can. So she wants to get ripped for
what
Christmas.
do you want for Christmas, Wake?
What do I want for Christmas? I want a thriving platform. And that's what
Well,
I'm.
I
That's
mean,
what
you're
I'm
getting there. Like, you're certainly getting there,
what I'm
regardless of
getting.
application status.
Yeah, I mean, Hassan told me to stay on my own lane. We're practically there.
I mean,
they're
yeah.
sweating. They're sweating. I only need to know if she wants. Wow, you should get timed out.
Yeah, you know what? You should get timed out.
Or take a 5. Take a 5, Kingo.
Live action timing out right there.
Wait, aren't you at S-Fans? Why don't you do gym streams in his gym? I do sometimes. It's just like, fucking people don't want to see the same workouts over and over again. That's all it is, man. I'm not talking about her.
What if
Who
you
the
did
fuck
the
are you talking about?
workouts, but you do the workouts to, what's that song that they always play during, like...
Let's Get Physical?
No. When there's, like, someone is, like, getting strong.
The Fitness Gram Pacer Test.
No, it's one song.
Eye of the Tiger?
Yes, it's Eye of the Tiger. So you always work out to Eye of the Tiger, and but on repeat.
That's smart. That's smart. Okay.
And
so
then maybe
workouts.
some like DMX, it's the same playlist every day. So not only is it the same workout, but it's not the same workout because like you've gotta some days you alternate, right?
I do different stuff, but I repeat them over and over again. Also, Chilson, I say send it, dude. DMCA, don't you? No. You know what? I have split audio. We'll be just fine.
Oh, there's people in the waiting lounge. Let me go see like what they're gonna do.
See what they're into.
All right, cool. And wait,
right.
how do you want me to communicate with you or like?
Just send me a DM on Discord.
Okay.
And we'll bring him in. Chilson, send that. Yeah, just send it. I'm cool with it.
Be best friends like
We don't have a big enough YouTube to where he'd be like, what? No, make content. It's just not there yet. I work out to Britney Work Bitch in the Distance by Cake. He's going the distance. He's going for speed. Oh, wait. Hey. That's so fun. All right, so she finally found S-Fan. Dude, I wasn't able to do that. So, like, when I got home, I had the S-Fan was, like, he had, like, snuck into the house to make something here. Like, he had, like, snuck into the house to, like, wrap a gift and surprise her because he wasn't supposed to come home yet. So he had, like, situated all that. It was very fun. I had to go up there and just keep her busy. I need to wait out to tinnitus to pass. You have tinnitus right now? What the fuck? That's horrifying. You hear beeping? I know that I should be the sleeping. Dude, you know what I really want to do again? I want to go lift weights. I want to go lift weights at Camp Canute all over again. That's all I want. I want one thing, man. Just lift weights at Camp Canute. One game. Mamacita. Workout stream win. Guys, do you actually want workout streams? Because I feel like when I do them, they're like not very attended. You know what I mean? Does Santa pound his neighbors? Santa pounds the elves. If people really want workout streams, we'll bring him back, dude. We'll bring him back in the event that people want him. You know what I mean? If not, fuck it. I understand. I think it'd be fun to watch you help others lose weight. I would love to, man. I really want Nick to follow up with me on the doing the weekly workout streams. I think that they would be so useful and so simple, you know? He just needs to come home and be like, let's do this. That's it. I want to eat poorly while you do workout streams, and that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I like working out with people, but working out alone's kind of silly. You on the wrong platform? What should I be on, Final Boss of the Internet? What should I be on? Fansly. Shout out to the owners of Fansly, the homies. Okay, hold on. What do we have here? Facebook gaming. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. People associate you with lifting, though, right? Not sure why the engagement is low. I just think that it's not that interesting to watch people lift weights. It's not very interactive. You don't talk much with chat. It's like, it's not the pinnacle of content. You know what I mean? It's just not. Why don't you just play games? Because it's not as engaging either. I like just reacting with chat. I don't care. I really don't care enough about anything I'm doing on like a content level to like, I don't know, man. My whole thing is about like, how do I keep chat engaged and incorporate chat to the best of my ability? That's all I want, you know? I just want you guys to be integrated and to have a little place here, and that's it, you know? Perfect candidate for IRL streaming. I think I'd be a great IRL streamer. I would actually love that. Just chatting's fun. We just will never pull up another video. As long as I never react for another month, we'll be happy, all right? So the last thing we'll react to is, that. That's the last thing. But you could talk, maybe do woodwork. I would love to do more of like a dumb, everyday thing. How old am I? I am eternal. Won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then all the reindeer love him. You need content for more viewers. I don't think lifting solo is it, but I'm down with watching you help a group of people again. Hold on. You said you need a content for more viewers? Punky Bruiser, what do you have in mind, bro? What are you thinking? What's the content? How do we get him in here? What are we thinking? You need more content. Content, they say. Content. Santa came to see Rudolph with your nose so bright. Alright. Just have S-Fan sit next to you and not say anything. His fans will watch you. Yeah, S-Fan, hey, just sit here, dude. Just sit here, alright? Just sit here and be here. Okay, hold on. Let's see what we have here for viewers. Okay, let's pull in Anka, who I think wants to talk about relationships. Chat, do we want to talk about relationships? So not a lot of people have gyms. What if you created like a month plan for at-home workouts? I think that'd be super fun. All right, let's do this. All right, yo, Anka.
Let's go. I would say.
What's up, dude? How are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good. I'm doing great.
Heck yeah. So what's the word? What's going on?
In Finland.
Well, what do you want for Christmas then, you know? That's what we're here
What do I want for Christmas?
Yeah, what do you want for Christmas? Tell Santa, we're here.
Okay. Well, the biggest Christmas present that I'm waiting for currently still because they refuse to... Well, it's a late. So it's a Nixie clock that I'm waiting for currently.
You're waiting for a clock?
Yeah.
Don't you have one on your phone?
I do have a clock on my...
Wait, so what's this clock
it's a Nixie clock. It's a Nixie clock. It's like a vintage, essentially. It's a vintage clock.
Like a special clock? Does it tell time better, or is it just like an aesthetic?
No.
How do I spell this? I want to pull it up.
Aesthetic. Nixie. N-I-X-I-E-A.
It's a tube clock?
N-I-X-I-E.
Why is it in a tube?
Yeah.
Hold on. Wait a sec. This is cool.
Because vintage.
Because vintage. Wait, hold on. This is intense, man. Hold on. Let me pull this up for chat and see if we're looking at the right thing.
Nixie clock.
It is
a vintage item. I enjoy collecting vintage items that are like popularized by brands. They're not necessarily like cool because of their brand, but they are cool.
Am I looking at the right thing?
Popularized Nixie clock.
Is this it? See. This looks like something I would fashion in Fallout.
Yeah, that's sick, right?
Is this
cool
it?
To you? Yes.
Yeah, I feel like I made this in Fallout. You know, like this is something I fashioned my base with.
I'm waiting for that to arrive.
Okay, so Christmas is almost good then. It's almost been worthwhile. I almost got the thing I want, you know?
Yeah.
Good.
What do you want? What do
I want?
Christmas?
I want a happy, thriving community of people who come together to make each other better. That's what I want. And you know what, Anka? I think we're close. Am I saying your name correctly, by the way? Is it Anka?
Yeah. Anka means doc in Finnish.
It means doc?
Doc. Like a
doctor?
Duck. No,
duck.
Duck.
Like quack.
Yeah, like crouching.
That's funny. I'm a quack, so this all makes sense. I'm a quack, you're a duck, this works. So what then are we calling in for? I doubt it was about the Nixie clock. How can I help you as Santa today? Do you need me to like
ask you about relationships?
Let's hear it.
Originally. So I was going to ask you, because I feel like. Okay, let me try to formulate this correctly.
Yes.
It doesn't seem like men are correctly trying to find a partner, but instead trying to find something that is physically attractive to them.
Sure. And how old
So
are you,
they
Nick?
want something that's attractive. I'm 27.
You're 27? Yeah, so
Yeah.
I think that you are like, okay, so what's your experience then thus far? Like specifically? What's the personal limitation? It's like, this is your observation of men?
Yeah.
Like as a whole, is that they're not interested in anything serious. They're just interested in something that's, attractive and like makes them feel good and then they're done.
I've been getting wrecked.
You've been getting wrecked?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
That means
Yeah?
that I guess none of the men that I've been interacting with have been emotionally connected to me.
Interesting. And so you feel as though you're being like...
Only physically, yeah.
Oh, I understand that. I think that that's actually remarkable. Are they being forthright with their intentions, or are you like... Are you being forthright with your intentions?
Neither. I don't
Right?
think either have.
So you're both
think
just
either
not
of us
talking
are
about what
being-
you
yeah, we're
want,
not-
and then you guys like have sex, and then eventually you're like, all right, so
Yeah.
later? And no one's
Essentially.
saying anything about whether or not they're happy with it, or if they want more, or anything?
Yeah, that is probably the truth.
Do you think that might also be like...
So I know my issue. I know my issue.
Why do you think you're not being honest?
Because I don't want to admit my faults.
Well, it's not, what do you mean? What's a fault? What's the fault in wanting a relationship, though? You know?
Probably that I am sharing a 2-bedroom apartment with my brother. That could be one of the faults.
That's not wrong.
I mean,
You both
we're
have your own
roommates.
bedroom.
We do.
That's
true.
normal. It's just two people living together. You live also, is that not more common in Europe in general to like continue living with family to some degree?
You can tell I'm in Europe.
Yeah, isn't it more common generally speaking?
I think it's more common in Southern Europe than Northern Europe.
They're like, are they like, you're a loser? Like, is that what's happening?
No, I don't think so. I haven't even tried for the past.
Wait, so
5
have you
years.
even have you
Or, like, 4 years.
you've
I
never
have
brought
not
like a
tried.
date home or anything like that?
No.
Like, you're just afraid?
No.
Okay,
No,
I can
yeah,
tell you
okay.
as a guy, I would not give a fuck. I'm 28. I would not care if the person I was seeing lived with their brother at all. That's like totally fucking normal to me. So unless it's like
Yeah.
massively frowned upon, that might be more of a personal insecurity than a real one. You know, it might be something that you're at odds with than like the world at large. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, chat. One's in chat if you also wouldn't give a fuck. I don't think that that's a massive issue, personally.
Okay.
But if that's so, is that the actual reason why you aren't bringing people like home or like trying to? Because like, you
Yeah,
not bringing people
it
home
is.
also doesn't preclude you going on a date with
I
someone.
mean, there's
you know
nothing
what I mean?
else.
Are you guys going
No,
on dates, or are you
that's
just
it.
like meeting people on Tinder? I mean, like, how's this working? Like, how are you finding people?
I don't really date much to begin with. I just play video games.
Well, you know, you're already kind of doing the right thing then. You know,
Yeah.
you've
I'm
protected.
assuming that I'll meet the right people in video games, but I don't.
Yeah, you know, generally speaking, you're not going to find the right, like, you might find someone to play video games with, you know? Generally
Yeah,
speaking, what I'd
sure.
say is that the context you meet someone in is likely the context they'll, like, belong to you in. You know what I mean? Like, if you meet someone out in the world doing something, you guys will probably develop relationships around those things. If you're... Chat's simping right now. Chat's simping.
I can hear you.
Chat is simping right now. Yeah, I could hear you. But I'd say generally speaking. So have you tried like dating apps or anything like that? Can you not hear me? Hello? Hello? Did you mute it? What's happening? Hello? Hello? Can you not hear me? What? Am I getting fucked with right now? What's going on? Aga. Hold on, let's pull her out. Can you hear me now? Hello? Hello? Unga? Quack? Duck? She's still in there. Her brother showed up.
Hi, it's me, Anka, because all women
God,
sound
you're so
exactly the same. Oh, okay.
It's
Bye.
not me.
Wait, are you
I'm
back?
trying my best.
Wait, are you
I
back?
can't hear shit.
Hold on. Wait, but could you hear the girl? What's
I can't hear
happening?
anything. Can you hear me? Type 1
Yes.
if you can hear me.
I can. Where do I type 1? 1? Ask her. Hold on. Listen to me on Twitch. Anka. We were just getting somewhere. Anka. Hold on. See if she can hear you, Zoe.
Can you hear me?
Oh, dude, she definitely like muted herself in Discord. She's still in the
Yeah.
channel.
I don't know.
Maybe like could we DM her and be like, get in the like. Oh man, hold on. This is so bizarre. What happened?
So can you hear him? Can you
Yeah.
type 2
Yes.
can you hear him?
Wait, what do you... Can
What's
you hear me?
happening? Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me, Zoe?
Yeah.
Okay,
I feel
so
like I'm being fucked with. Or like she's lagging out or something. I don't know.
hold on. What's going? Okay, maybe she could like. She could close it and then return to it.
I don't know. I don't feel like we necessarily need to... We could just take the next caller.
Oh God, this was good. We were figuring it out. I
Well,
think she's lagging.
I'll
She's
I'll
not
put her
muted.
back in... Oh,
Wait,
Okay,
hold
I
on.
fixed it.
You can hear it now? Yes. Okay,
Yeah, I
perfect.
can.
Good.
I'm so sorry.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Okay, where were we? So you were like, you're bummed that men seem to only want like short-term physical gratification, and that's it.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
And
sorry.
you're nervous about it because you play a lot of video games and you live with your brother, and that is why you have
Yes.
been evading like vulnerability and intimacy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so my prediction is if you aren't being forthright, then it likely has more to do with some kind of internalized shame about your present lifestyle. Which, like, my take
Okay.
is one, in the event that you like really don't like how you're living, you have to either one, change it, or two, recognize that you may like how you're living, you just don't like how you think other people will feel about it. Which one would that be?
Probably how other people would feel about it. I think that would be the case.
My take is that
Because I'm happy that I'm cutting out the half of the rent, I guess.
Mhm.
I'm happy about my situation.
yeah,
But my brother is a perfect roommate. But I
Okay.
guess other people might not feel the same.
So, you love your present life's circumstance and how you spend your
Yeah.
time and who you spend it with. You just don't think other people are going to like it.
Yeah.
Do you want to know what I would say to this? Like any day for anyone ever is that like you have to lead with like the most authentic vision of you, you know? Like you present the most authentic package you possibly can because it will be it's essentially self-filtering. The last thing you want to do is like construct this facade to appeal to a broader audience that isn't true to who you are. You'd rather attract
Yeah.
people on the basis of
That
who it is you really
exists.
are, you know? Like
On the norm of
yeah,
my
like
existence.
of course, because like you can't keep that facade up forever, dude. Like I've tried to do that when I was younger. Like I want to be this person that I think this person wants, and so I would like compromise on things that were true to me or things that I really wanted to be or wanted to do to
So-
make someone else happy. And all of those relationships ate shit, like all of them.
But you play World of Warcraft, right? My
yeah.
brother plays World of Warcraft. He's
Nice.
played it ever since I was a child.
Hell
And
yeah.
he still plays it today. So how do you feel that affects your life today?
I
Or do you
mean,
have like any effects?
I think that World of Warcraft is more of like a symptom of someone else's neurochemistry than it is like something that shapes someone's neurochemistry. Like I don't think World of Warcraft affected me as much as like I found World of Warcraft because I'm super obsessive. And if I find certain
Yeah.
things that allow me to obsess like endlessly, I'm going to tunnel into them, you know? And so are you like worried about your brother?
Oh no. I think it's fine.
Oh,
He's
okay. So
maintaining a normal life.
he just likes WoW. Do you play WoW with him?
No, I do not.
Wait, what do you play?
I play Valorant and I play like shooter games instead, and he is more of an MMO
Is he happier
player,
than you?
I guess. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know.
It's hard to say because Valorant just makes me angry. Like when I play Valorant,
Yeah.
I'm just mad, you know?
I would just assume that World of Warcraft would make you more angry.
No,
than
because WoW's like
Valorant.
kind of like
No,
it's like
Valorant's
meditative.
more happy. Huh?
Yeah, it's like meditative.
In what metric?
Because you just
What
like it's like you exploring a virtual environment, you know, like interacting with like that world as it's designed.
Did you ever play CS? Perhaps.
Yes, I played a lot of CS. Tons.
You played a lot of CS. Did you experience the like female version of CS at the time?
What is the female version of CS?
Oh.
Wait, what do you
got
mean?
Harassed by brown.
Oh yeah, of course. I saw like that. Like honestly, most
Yeah.
girls I know just wouldn't use comms because they would be
Yeah,
like
yeah.
berated.
It
That
took me
was like peak
years to use
Gamergate, you
comms.
know. It took you
I was
years to
like-
use comms.
I
Yeah,
started
games are
playing
brutal.
when I was 19. I think I was playing CS at 19, and I
Oh,
only
yeah, that was
started
a
using
bad time.
comms at 16. 16.
Wait, you started 3 years before you
So I was
started playing?
practicing- Yeah, I was practicing English in my text-to-speech.
Wait,
essentially.
hold on. Wait, you started playing CS at 19, but then you started using comms 3 years before you started playing CS? I'm very confused.
6 years. 6 years. 6 years.
6 years before you Oh, after.
Like,
Okay.
yeah. After.
I thought you said 16 and that you like started using comms. Okay, wait. This makes sense. But do you feel like
I have
shame about
pictures
playing
myself.
games? Do you feel like shame about playing games?
No, I do not. In real life, I always talk about it, and I've had even people ask me out for dates because I did speak.
Wait, then
because
you
I did play games,
So-
and I said no.
because you don't want them to come home and see your brother playing WoW?
Yeah, maybe.
No, WoW. First of all, WoW's cool. Second off, it seems like you already have like hobbies that dudes are generally like down to engage with. Like you have certain points of connection. If you feel like people
Yeah.
aren't down for like a long-term emotional bond or whatever, just like what I do typically is if I go on a good date and I really like being with that person, I'll communicate that I like hanging out with them and I'd like to keep doing it. You know, like I like sincerely, you know? It doesn't mean you have to like nullify anything, but just be like, yo, are you interested in seeing where this goes? And if they're like, yeah, that's a good place to start. But communicating your intent is like, dude, that's like 90% of the battle when it comes to anything like interpersonal, romantic or platonic. It doesn't matter. Like if you don't tell people what you want or what you're looking for, they're playing a guessing game, man. Like they are lost at sea. You know?
That is my experience in relationships so far, though.
Is that
It's always
no one's
been a guessing
communicating?
Yeah. Yes.
But do you communicate?
I try. I try.
Like
I've
how?
always tried more than my partners, I guess.
So they're the problem?
Well, I don't know who's the problem. I could be the problem. I don't know.
See, that's very mature of you to even say that. That's probably means you're not the problem. If you're like, I could be it. Probably means you might not be. But, I mean, like, what's like your track record? Like, why, how, like,
So-
what are we, what's our batting average
I've
romantically?
dated 3 people for
Okay.
3 years. And my first person was an emotional connection, I felt like. Or
Okay.
I thought so until the end.
Okay.
And
How long was that?
2 years. That was 2 years.
Sounds like it was an emotional connection if you guys lasted 2 years. That's big time.
I mean, who know? It's
You say who know?
It felt super. It felt super. You know, super surface level. I'm
Why was
sorry.
that? Why was it
English
surface level?
sucks.
Your English is great,
Because
dude.
we never talked about like deeper things or anything about how we felt as individuals.
For 2 years?
Yeah.
What did you
Yeah.
do? Did you just
I don't
talk
know.
about
He never
like
got to know me. Like
Did you just talk about like skiing? Like how do you bide 2 years of time without ever being
I
like,
don't know,
this is what I like? But what did you actually do?
I don't know, bro.
You don't know? It's just 2 years lost to the ether, like
They would
nothing.
always be like hanging out with their friends, because they were like an hour or 2 away from me.
Why did you? Well, that sucks.
Yes.
That's another thing. It's
Every
like
time we hung out.
proximity. It's kind of like going to a gym. Like people are more likely to skip the gym if it's a very far distance from them. You know, like it's much easier to maintain a relationship in proximity. You know what I mean? How'd you even start dating? that person?
Oh,
They're
we
2 hours
met
away.
online.
See, now that might just
we
be a
met
good
on
place
CS.
to stop dating people from, honestly. Oh, you met
Yeah,
playing
kinda.
CS?
Yeah.
And so what,
yeah.
did you just keep playing CS? And then you were like, come over, and he's like, I'm playing CS?
No. We met on CS. We had a friend group for maybe 2 years.
Okay.
Maybe 2 years. And then we were like, hey, we really kick it off. And then all of a sudden we were more than friends.
That was... I mean, it sounds like, if anything, do you have, like, outdoor hobbies? Like, things you do out in the world?
No.
No? You don't have anything that you like that's not on the
Nothing.
internet?
I mean, art. Art is the only one.
Well, you could go do, like, dude, you could go to galleries. You could take, like, fun, like,
Yeah.
painting classes and shit. I mean, the best way to meet people you actually connect with is to, like, get out in the world and do the things you like. And if you love playing CS, dude, meeting someone in that capacity would work. But you kind of have to vet them, for, like, being, like, generally, like, adult,
Yeah, you're correct.
Zoe says, does she like girls? Guys who get GFs in video games are kind of... Why is that lame? Guys, okay, here's one thing, and this is where I empathize with you entirely, is that I don't think it is intrinsically wrong to meet people. And, like, a lot of my close friends I've met on the internet, A lot of people I still keep in touch with, I met, like, playing games in, like, the 9th grade, An online relationship's entirely valid. However, it does have to have, I think, like, an IRL, like, in-person
Like a
component.
Physical, yeah.
Of course, or it's not going to be, like, holistically fulfilling, But that seems like you guys did have, like, somewhat of a bond. And so
Oh,
when did
yeah.
this
We
one
met
end?
In real life for maybe 8 months. I don't know. We met every couple weeks, perhaps.
Okay. And so when did
So it was
when did that
physical.
end?
That was perhaps 4 years ago.
Oh shit. Have you been single since then?
Yeah, I am.
And like and all of your dating's just been dudes sucking essentially?
Yeah, every single man that I've met since has been ass.
Well, one, that sucks. Two, I'm not a big believer in things being totally unilateral. All right, I think that
Yeah,
generally
me
speaking,
neither.
I
don't
it
think-
takes two to tango. So like you're selecting
Mm-hmm.
in the direction of I don't want to attach to this and I get evasive, so I don't, or you're not communicating what you want to people, and so
Yeah,
you're finding people
I
who
agree.
like think that nothing's there's no like expectation or ambition with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm super anti radicalization in a sense.
Radicalization.
Radicalization, yes.
I'm not asking you
So
to
I'm
like seize the means of production here.
okay.
just like being like
I don't
wanna
get
see
easily
things.
radicalized. Perhaps.
What
Is that what I would say?
what do you mean when you say radicalized?
So I don't feel like any gender, either gender, are binary in any.
Oh sure.
Any performance or any self-expression. I think they're all kind of just more fluid than supposed to be.
Oh, I agree totally. So how does that factor into your like dating quandary?
Well, I'm bisexual first of all,
Cool.
so that's why I feel more fluid.
I mean, hey,
In
that
my
literally
attraction?
that opens. You just doubled your potential prospects there. That I think that's a boon.
Yeah. So
So now, I mean,
don't feel that confused about my sexuality or what I'm attracted to.
well, that's sick. You got that more or less figured out. That's a big point of confusion for people. So now you have literally double the total populace to pull from here. Like dating's kind of teed up for you
Yeah.
now. It's just about.
Yeah, I hope so.
Have you
But
wait?
bisexual women do also hide themselves a lot.
Hide themselves how? As in, like they don't make themselves known, or like they hide their
Yeah,
intentions.
they don't make themselves known. They don't make themselves known.
Have you ever tried like
Because it's
dating
much
apps or
easier to
anything?
be- Nope. No,
I will only recommend dating apps to women typically because like they're very much in women's favor, especially in like
Yeah,
heterodynamics. So
That is
if you
true.
did want to try a dating app, it would be a way of meeting people more local to you. In which case you might not. I mean, when's the last time you like dated someone? Like not like seriously, but like went on
5
a
years
date?
ago.
Wait, 5? Wait, since you went on a date at
5?
all, it's been 5.
Yeah.
Holy
5.
shit! So you just swore it all off 5 years ago. You were like, no one
Yeah.
wants anything serious, and I'm fucking done.
Yep.
I mean, we gotta get you back out there. Then you gotta download a dating app. Go to a painting class. Get out in the world, meet some people.
Yeah.
I mean, is that what you want, or what do you want?
I don't know what I want.
You don't know what you want?
Nope.
You just know that you don't like what it is?
Ye- Kind of. Like, I'm comfortable and I'm happy where it is, but I also would understand the realization that it could be better, you know?
So you think that maybe, like, a partner would enhance that?
Yeah.
Do you want to know what I think about that line of thinking? I think that relationships should always be... You should meet someone who inspires you to be in a relationship, not seek a relationship, like, in the abstract. I think that you should focus on the things you love and pursuing the things you love. And in the event that you meet someone that inspires in you this, like, oh, this would be entirely additive to everything I do. They're supportive. We get along well. We make each other laugh. Good company is indispensable, in my opinion, and I think something we should absolutely cherish. So if you meet someone who enhances life, that's one thing. But if you are operating from a place of deficiency where you see in yourself, like, man, I could really go for a partner, you might be looking for companionship more than anything. You know, so maybe check the boxes of, like, do I have close friends? Do I have people I connect with? Do I talk with my family? I mean, you live with your family, so it helps. But those things I find are typically the things missing.
That's it.
Other than the brother?
Yeah.
Then I'd say that's a big point of consideration is, like, do I have people to spend my time with? Because if you're lonely and you get yourself into a relationship to solve that loneliness, what ends up happening is that you stay with people who you would otherwise never stay with because they're your sole sense of belonging, you know, of feeling like you're seen and understood and cared for. And that's when you start getting yourself into dog shit relationships that you know, maintain for far past their expiry, you know? So, like, I'd say if you feel like the big thing is just, like, I want to be in a relationship, you probably just want more, like, friendships and points of connection, you know? And if you make that first, then when you meet someone who really does slot well into your life, you could be like, oh, shit, I just really feel strongly about this person in particular, not I'm lonely and I want to be in a relationship. Because I've been there as well. But the relationships I'd find in the I'm lonely stage of my life were never good, you know? The relationships I'd find when I was personally fulfilled and doing things I was really happy with, those always were fucking awesome, personally.
Yeah. The ones you talked about were always bad for me. So.
What'd you say?
The ones you talked about were always bad for me. So.
Well, that's, I mean, let me tell you something. I think for Christmas, we can get you some friends, for sure. Some homies to hang with. Not on Valorant, but, like, you know. Dude, honestly, you should do a painting class. Painting classes are awesome. Do they happen in Finland? I imagine they do.
I don't know. I've never looked for them.
Like, there are a lot of things where you can just, like, go, like, drink a glass of wine and hang out with people and paint. And they, like, host them, pay a little bit of money. It's really fun.
I've never attempted, so I wouldn't know.
I think it'd be super fun, man. A lot of the hard thing is just getting yourself out into the world again, you know?
How about
and bring your brother.
Yeah. Oh, that would be nice.
Get him out of the world, you
How
know?
about in your area?
In my area, what's there to do?
In your area? Yeah.
What about it? Is there painting?
Is there painting?
I think there is. I personally don't paint much. Let me tell you, Anka, all I do is stream. That's all I do.
Yeah, all I do is breathe, eat. I don't know.
I'm glad you're breathing and eating. These are big, huge pillars of life. That's huge. But yeah, in my area, life's not too bad. You know, we do have some things to do, but I mostly sit here and I also breathe. I breathe. Big part of my day is breathing and eating as well. We survive on it. You know.
Yeah.
Well, heck yeah, man.
Yeah. Thank you.
Do you have any other questions on life, belonging?
Not really. No.
Santa.
I think I'm good.
All right, Anka. Well, Anka, we appreciate your time then. And we'll probably bring in the next caller, but I want to thank you. Is your name Anka in chat, by the way?
Yeah, Anka D. Anka D is my name in chat.
Anka D. All right, very cool. Well, we'll look out for you.
Yep.
DE. All right.
Thank you.
Super cool. Thank you again.
Right, have a good time.
Day. You too, man.
GG's.
GG. I'll talk to you later. Guys, that doesn't even... Anka D's nuts doesn't even make sense. Big GG's, guys. How was that? Were we happy with it? Good call-in? I agree. That was productive. That was just a happy time. All right, let's see what Zoe's screened. Okay, Jack is good to go next. All right, let's see what Jack's into. Jack, you're on the air, my guy. How are we doing today?
I'm not too bad. What about you?
I'm not too bad, man. It's Christmas for another few hours, so, just basking in holiday cheer.
I'm 2 hours past that, so I'm kind of...
You're 2 hours... Where are you in the world, man?
I'm in England at the moment. At the moment, I don't want to move.
In the moment?
Yeah, I'm in England, so...
Do you have an accent that's English?
Yeah.
Or are you just, like, European? What am I hearing?
No, I have an English accent. It's just a regional one, so it's kind of...
It's muddled. Like you almost sound a bit American. Like, it's very confusing.
I speak to a lot of American people, like, consistently.
They're tainting you, man. They're ruining
it fucks my accent completely.
Do you hate that? Like, is there a part... Like, does your family make fun of you for it?
Yeah.
They're like, you fucking loser.
Every time I speak to my dad, he's like, what the fuck is wrong with your voice? What is happening to you?
Yeah, you know what? I agree. I don't think American English sounds cool. Someone once told me, they were like, I forget where they might have been European. I met them in Thailand or something. You know how, dude, you're from the UK, so you know this. You know how everyone from the UK will like just go to Thailand at some point, like a pilgrimage? They love doing that and just getting hammered for like a month straight. I met so many people from the UK, and everyone was like, they'll love your voice, and they just kept like, it's like these hardcore Birmingham accents, just being like, they'll love you, they'll love it. And I was like, not a fucking shot anyone likes, like, all the way up. Like, it sounded like Ben Shapiro. No one likes this nasality, Irish accents bang, though.
It's changing from Thailand at the moment. It's more Turkey than Thailand these days.
People go to Turkey now?
Well, yeah, because, like...
Interesting.
Turkish currency compared to English, it's like, I think the conversion rate was something like 1 British pound is like 12 Turkish currency, which is like...
So they're just there for a good deal. They don't care about...
that's literally all British people are. It's just bargains and free shit. That's all
How do I get a good deal? That's it.
I couldn't fucking tell you, man. I don't do the deals. I'm shit at it. I have no money ever because I spend far too much on dumb shit. So
what are you spending your money on, man? Where's it going?
At the moment, I'm saving to like upgrade some PC shit. I need a new desk really badly because it wobbles like it's in an earthquake every time I move.
Yeah, have you seen this thing? Look at this. I'm just shaking my forearm right now. You can see this on stream.
It does the exact same thing with me.
I don't even know why.
I was watching the stream and I was like, yo shit, he has a fuck desk same as me. Nice.
We're just the same, man.
Yeah. Well, yeah. We've got long hair.
Oh, nice. So, Mazel tov. That's big. How do you feel about it?
It's a bitch to maintain.
You ever just want to fucking buzz it? You ever just over it? You ever wake up and you're like, I'm gonna fucking take a razor to it?
I got some money from Christmas from my dad, and I stood in the store and I was staring at like hair shaving stuff for like a good 5 minutes. I was just like, oh man, I'm thinking about it.
Just take a hacksaw to it. Shit, man. Well, hey, what do we call it in for today? What's on our mind?
All right, so what I would like for Christmas is I want the motivation to start doing like gym shit and stuff like that, but it's a combination of like not having the motivation to start and the money it costs to eat right in England at the moment.
Yeah, man, the elves don't make that, dude. You're gonna have to kind of go. I don't know. I'm fucking with you.
I don't know, man.
So look. Here's what I'd say. It's expensive to eat healthy in England for what reason exactly? What's expensive?
There's a whole cost of living thing going on. So like fresh meat and stuff is quite expensive. It's so much cheaper to just buy like dog shit, terrible for you food, and like because it's like £5 or £6 for like a good pack of chicken breast, right? For example, whereas for £6 I can get 2 meals that I can throw in the oven and it will feed me for like a day fully. And like 1 meal would cost me at least like double what that would cost.
I recommend eating. So one of the cheapest things you can get pound for pound is whey protein. Like it is like protein per gram, like grams of protein per dollar spent is one of the highest yields you can get. Same thing with egg whites or just eggs in general are all really cheap and something I recommend wholeheartedly. It's a great way of getting around the general expense of it. I personally eat a lot of that because meat does get expensive regardless of where you live, even though it is much cheaper in the US, mind you. It's still a fucking slog. Like it's a lot of money. And just reduce your overall protein intake, man. Like try to kind of guesstimate your lean body mass. Like if you can guesstimate via an online calculator or something, your total like lean body mass percentage, or your lean body mass pounds, just try to go like 0.8 grams per pound is really like the minimum I'm cool with as a trainer. Just go on the low side and fill yourself up with carbohydrates, which are also muscle sparing and equally beneficial in my opinion.
Yeah.
Also, someone wrote here, what do you think about good canned chicken tuna? It's typically not cheaper than raw meat. So, like, it's convenient, but it's typically not cheaper. That's the only issue.
Canned tuna is, I don't know exactly how much it'd be, but it'd be like for 3 little cans of tuna, it'd be about half the price of a pack of chicken, and I'd probably have to use all 3 cans to make something meaningful out of it.
Yeah, I only recommend it if you're having an issue with time, not necessarily an issue with money.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the motivation, dude, I mean, like, think about, like, what your actual goal is, because I think, like, if you don't have something that you really... like, the goal shouldn't necessarily to be, like, more aesthetic or prettier to look at, because, like, I'll tell you, that's like an infinite treadmill that you'll never get off of. It just isn't. Like, it doesn't matter how far along you are, you'll always want to look a little better. And if that's your sole motivation, I think that you'll just eventually say, fuck this. A lot of people do. However, it's also a nice motivation for people to start. But if that's not really it, dude, the real thing is that you have to think of it more as something that I think catalyzes all other parts of your life. A lot of why I'm able to stick with fitness has nothing to do with, like, physical appearance or even really physical health. It's more of like a holistic wellness. Like, I feel more capable, and I feel like I have like this like neurochemical cascade required to do other things better. Like, I'm better at my job. I'm more engaged with people in my life because I'm training regularly, and in turn, like, I'm creating this sort of reward circuitry that I think is really important to stimulate in ways that aren't subjective. Because a lot of our life is, like, outsourced to other people's approval, you know? Even if you're working in a relatively corporate position, a lot of your life is like, yo, Zima, thank you for the 5 months, man. A lot of your life is kind of like, you know, your sense of I'm doing my life well is outsourced to, like, did I get a raise? Did someone say I did a good job? So on and so forth. Like, you know, lifting a weight is lifting a weight. If you add 5 pounds to it, you added 5 pounds to it. No one can be like, well, not really. That's a 5-pound jump, you know? That's a massive, massive, massive boon to me, and it keeps me generally stable. So that's why I'd recommend it personally. My favorite React streamer, yeah. But what would your personal motivation be, man?
I want to lose weight. I've always been a big guy. Like, I've always been a slightly, I don't know. I don't know if, like, fatter is the word, but I've been like, oh, I've always been a slightly fatter guy. I was a fat kid. I was a heavy baby. That grew into a
just
fat
a
kid.
big old baby.
That's now like a pretty big fucking teenager, like 19. Like a pretty big fucking kid. So I want to lose the weight. I want to get to a more neutral weight and things like that.
So, dude, this is what I'll say, is that the single best motivation is results. So what I recommend to people is to start really small, because you're probably at a place where any input is going to evoke change in yourself. So, like, maybe rather than even changing your diet entirely, even though I do recommend you start making changes and focusing on getting that protein intake in, focus on going on like a 10-minute walk every day for the next couple weeks, you know? Like, really small added motion, as long as you don't change your total food intake, is going to radically change your body over time, because you're probably pretty static right now. Any amount of movement is going to change that for you. That's starting really small helps.
That's the thing that kind of confuses me, though. Like, every 2 or 3 days, I'm walking like 2 and 3 miles a day, and I you know what I mean? That's why I sort of came for the motivation thing, because I always hear that from people where it's like, oh, if you just walk a little bit, you know what I mean? But
2 to 3 miles isn't exactly a small walk. Like, it sounds like, are you consistent every 2 days you go on a 2 to 3 mile walk?
It's not like consistently every 2 to 3 days, but like I go to my grandparents quite a lot to help them with stuff. So that's like it's like a mile and a half there, mile and a half back. And if I call into town to do some shopping in the meantime, it's like it extends that a little bit. It's pretty consistent, because I started off small just doing the shopping stuff, and then I moved on doing that. And so
the big thing then
pretty consistent.
Is probably going to be assessing, because a lot of times when we elevate our output, we get hungrier, and so we elevate our intake, you know, even if it's in small ways. Because a lot of times we're talking about like pretty razor thin margins, like 100 calories or something. If you are 100 calories more output than you are input, you're going to start burning fat. You know what I mean? And so even you choosing to like augment the amount of food you're eating to make up for it is going to essentially nullify it. It doesn't mean that your heart isn't going to be healthier or that you're not going to feel better because you're moving, but it's not going to help you lose the weight. So one of the best things to start looking at is, one, how can I start tracking my macros more efficiently? Right? So like downloading MyFitnessPal and getting a food scale will help you get a better sense of like, okay, this is how many calories is in this serving of food, so on and so forth. And then trying to incorporate whey protein into like 3 or 4 of your meals, or egg whites or something to that extent, will help amplify the total protein yield in a way that I think is super duper helpful, like super duper helpful.
Yeah.
So start small there and really start taking mind of your total intake. you don't have to change your life entirely. You can still eat foods that you enjoy. Just try to keep the actual portions measured so that you're still staying in your allotted calorie range.
Yeah.
Once you figure that out, dude, it starts to become habituated, and these small walks actually start paying off because you're not adding additional food on and making it so that, like, while you are improving your health by doing it, you're not necessarily improving it to the degree that you could, you know?
Yeah.
And so that's a really, really important thing. What's your general health like outside of that?
It's not great because my I've not been to a specific doctor for it because I'm still waiting on the referral, but I've had COVID 3 times and my overall lung health is fucked because of it.
Jesus.
I was all right before, but now like if I go up the stairs too quickly, I have a coughing fit because my lungs are completely fucked. And so that's what I'm mostly worried about because obviously that will probably affect like exercise things and stuff like that. So that's most of my worry. So I was just hoping that, like, you know.
So COVID might affect your total health, obviously, but
yeah,
with low intensity steady state exercise, you shouldn't be relying too much on your lung capacity to really move. So while it is definitely a thing that you will feel a little more fatigued, your ability to move at a low intensity and like keep that output up is still entirely within your control. And it's something I still recommend wholeheartedly. Like, I know it might feel a little less immediately rewarding or gratifying, but it's still, to me, absolutely indispensable to like keep on the walks because you're not going to improve your lung health by not using them. You know, it's just a matter of making sure you weren't pushing your body to the point of breaking, you know?
Absolutely, yeah.
But like motivation's a weird and fickle thing. The thing that I say more than anything is like more motivation will come from like positive momentum than it will anything else. So now it's about how do I trick myself into starting to do the dumb thing every day. And so those days you go to your grandparents' house, treat that as an additional thing, but try to go on a 10-minute walk every day and stay consistent with it. Do it first thing when you wake up, like take like a cup of coffee or tea or whatever and go on a walk around your area and come back. Do 10, 15 minutes of that. And then you can gradually elevate a couple minutes every 2 weeks or something until maybe you're doing like a 30-minute walk, you know? That to me is the best way to go about like kind of like assimilating yourself to new work efforts and like really feeling at home in them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
that's probably
it's kind of what I recommend, but just know that like the momentum is what generates a lot of that sense of like motivation and like, oh shit, I'm going to keep doing this. The hardest thing is starting. And a lot of people have to hit like a rock bottom before they do it. I implore you, you just don't have to. You know, like we're talking about really marginal lifestyle shifts that'll have massive return in the event that you're consistent. But consistency does matter, and making sure that you aren't eating a ton of additional food is hugely important.
Yeah, because I know the motivation's a real thing because like I think March this year, I did get a gym membership and I did pay for like everything, and then I didn't go. I bought like a 3-month like block plan with like a personal training session every week and like, you know, all these things, and then I just didn't fucking go.
Oh, dude, just walk. Just go to the gym. Show up to the gym and don't do anything. That's what I'd recommend. Literally show up to the gym and just like piss in the toilet and go home. But like make going to the gym a part of your routine. Is it a walking distance? That's even better.
It is really close.
Dude, if you have a gym in walking distance, just walk to the gym, go pee there, and then walk back and do that for a while until you start to just like every day you walk to the gym and back, you know?
Yeah.
Once you make that a part of your routine, man, life starts getting way easier. Way easier, dude.
Completely off topic as well. The positioning of some of the things are absolutely predatory because right outside the gym is a Starbucks, a Taco Bell, and a KFC. Like literally 30 seconds walk away from it, which is insanely funny to me. It's absolutely hilarious. They're just like, oh shit, dude, I had a really
so
good
many
gym
people.
session.
Well, so many people go to the gym to like allow them to eat more food. Like a lot of people do it strictly so that they can go binge eat and feel at peace with it, which is a massive, just like fucking logical fallacy there. Like all you're doing is like upending your total health. So I really would recommend, let's say like here's another thing. You can find shit that you can actually order and eat from these restaurants that aren't going to fuck your diet, you know? You can literally get like grilled chicken a la carte and shit from like Taco Bell or KFC, you know? And like potato. Like you can get a ton of things that are totally doable within diet.
There's a local place that does like grilled chicken rice balls and stuff, and it's got like a little bit of sauce on it, but it flavors it enough. It's really good.
And you could probably find a low-cal option there. Like things like that are great, especially when like frankly all you really need at this point in your fitness journey is to figure out like your total calorie output and input. It'll help like cut away a lot of the noise. Because like really the balance of fats and carbohydrates that you take in is not that important. The bare bones of this is it's three-pronged. It's how much food are you like what's your total caloric intake, and then what's your total like protein intake, you know? Trying to get your protein intake to be about 1 gram per pound of lean body mass, and a little less than, maybe 0.8 grams, and then trying to get your general caloric intake to a little bit beneath your maintenance, so that, you know, when you move, you actually lose the weight.
Also, I was curious about like 2 more things. The like diet drinks and stuff like that, like because I drink like Monster and stuff like that. Do the diet and zero sugar versions actually make that much of a difference, or is it just kind of like
massive?
Yeah.
That is one of the single biggest things that keeps people obese, is that like they are consuming liquid calories out of their ass. The best thing you can do is transition to artificial sweeteners. While they're not perfect and they do have potential health implications at high enough intake, they are some of the most studied chemicals on the planet, things like aspartame, sucralose, things of that nature. There are ways in which you can impact your microbiome health, but the study is still like super duper tenuous, and it's in no way, shape, or form like, you know, certain. So what I would say is that we have much better documented studies confirming that sugar fucks us on a cardiovascular level, on a general heart health level. Like, there are so many things about sugar that have been damning on a high enough dosage. I would much rather everyone drink diet soda, frankly, given all that we know about them and how well studied the sweeteners are. I try to keep it to a minimum, but when I'm dieting, it's absolutely a way of curbing. Let's say it's like 9 p.m. and I'm super hungry and I've eaten all my food for the day. I will easily go and like get like, you know, like a diet root beer or something and like drink that, rather than continue to. Same thing with sugar-free chewing gum. These things do help a ton. And finding ways to make more voluminous foods helps a lot too. Even like protein ice cream is something I do a lot of, which is just like whey protein isolate and ice and almond milk, and you blend that until it's like a frosty. It's really good. So there are a lot of ways of navigating cravings. But zero sugar versions do have aspartame. Some do, some don't. Aspartame is also in no way, shape, or form proven to be detrimental to human health at human doses. The only things that damn it are like rat studies where they gave rats human doses, which would be fucking insane. Like, it would be like, how much more do we weigh than rats? Most rats are probably, what, like 5 pounds, you know? At most, you know? Somewhere between 3 to 5 pounds. If you literally gave that to, if you scaled that dose to humans, you'd probably start to have health issues if you drank that every day as well. 100%. It's like anything. Most things are like, the only difference between a good food and a bad food is how much of it you can eat before it starts to impact your health. But even a good food at a certain amount will fuck you. Doesn't matter.
Because I know I'm probably pretty bad for this because I drink a lot of like Coke and things like that, so that probably does fuck me in a pretty harsh sense as well.
Absolutely does. Dude, if you cut that shit out and swap that to zero sugar options, you would immediately lose weight. I mean, immediately.
I think, I know what you mean. I feel like as well, I suppose I'm at a bit of an advantage because I don't like any alcohols that I've tried. I don't smoke or anything like that.
Not drinking
so that's probably...
will save your life, dude. Not drinking. I don't drink. That is one of the easiest things. Like, people who can't change that are in such an uphill battle with fitness. It's insane, man. Like, you've already won in a way there.
I had the one beer with my dinner at Christmas, and I was like, "Holy fuck, this shit sucks." So I didn't have any more after that.
It absolutely does.
So, yeah. And then the other question I had was, I'm like, when I do the walking stuff, like the 10-minute walk, then the 12, 14, so on and so forth. At what point do I like start adding gym to that shit? Like, going to an actual gym.
I would say when you're ready, man. Like, you could start tomorrow if you wanted to. For me, I think it's a matter of like, once you've really built into your day, I go to the gym every day. Like, I walk to that gym and back every day, go in, do a couple sets of something, and then go home. Just gradually add things in, because the whole idea is to build a habit, not to make something that's so challenging you quit. You know, you want to gradually elevate the intensity until like, it's like, it's kind of like, boiling a frog or something, like, you want it to be something that like gradually, like the intensity goes up so gradually you don't really realize that you're already in it, just slowly add a little more heat, and slowly it'll hit a boil.
I also saw somebody ask if I sleep well. I sleep like shit. I sleep like 3 hours a night, if that.
Really? Yeah, I mean, standardizing sleep helps a great deal, man. What's keeping you up at night?
Uh, Mental health is in the toilet. It's
I've been
around
there,
Christmas
man.
time especially. Uh,
Is it like a
I'm not a big
seasonal issue?
not a big holidays guy, and it might seem really stupid, but like I lost a pet this year, who's been with me my entire life, and
That's
like
not stupid at all, man.
his birthday would be like today, the 26th. So it's a
Sorry to hear
bummer
that, man.
holiday and shit like that. So it's not great. So
Well, losing a pet's a devastating thing, man, because that's a part of your like life and support system, and it's indicative of like change and time passed in a way that can be super stressful for people. So like it's not invalid to be like this sucks. It does.
yeah,
And the big thing I'd want you to consider, I guess, is in this moment, like the holidays pass, good or bad. All of these
yeah,
bad days, they have an expiry on them. They don't last forever. So don't lose yourself in the sadness, because just as all things, you've probably resurfaced from them just fine.
yeah.
So find nice coping mechanisms, I guess. Hang out with family, talk to friends, watch things that
Yeah.
are comfortable to you, and
We've still
before
got
you know
another
it, you made
dog,
it.
so just like chilling out with her and stuff like that, trying to make her, because she's struggling as well. So you gotta keep going for the people around you and stuff like that. So
100%, man. 100%. I
that's
couldn't agree more.
that's absolutely it.
Dude,
Yeah,
I
I
think
think
I think
that's
you got it going though. I think that
yeah,
generally, honestly, cut up the soda and like let me know how
yeah,
you feel later, because like I feel like that would lead to immediate results.
yeah.
Like immediate results. Cutting out soda and swapping for a sugar-free alternative is massive. Also, what's up, Black?
Yeah, I will absolutely do that because it'd be nice to see change going into next year and things like that, and
No,
hopefully this time next year
doesn't
I'll be,
fucking matter, dude. Fuck that. Like,
yeah,
it's literally just a mark on the calendar. If it motivates you, that's one thing. But you can always start today. You know.
yeah,
Oh, yo, Mux, thank you for the resub, man. Like, you can always start today. Start tomorrow. Cut out the diet soda.
yeah,
Start going on the walks. It's really small. It shouldn't feel like too much. You will feel better doing it, and before you know it, man, like you're on a positive change, like a positive
yeah,
trajectory to change. Like that's so big.
yeah. I'm about to go on a 3 a.m. walk after this. I'm motivated as fuck.
Hell yeah, dude. That's awesome. I'm fucking stoked to hear that, man.
Yeah,
Well, hell yeah,
thank you
dude.
very
Well,
much.
of
I
course, dude.
appreciate it.
Absolutely. And what's your name in chat, by the way?
It is just it's just Jack Lake. It's my real name. I'll just
Hell yeah. Cool,
yeah,
man.
it's just my name. It's just easier,
Oh, fuck
so I
yeah.
don't remember anything.
Awesome, man.
Yeah,
All right, Doug. Well, I will
thank you
catch
very
you
much.
soon. Let me know how everything goes, and
I will do.
Godspeed, man. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, thank you for being cool, chat. Love you guys. Thank you.
See you guys, man. All right, guys. Real quick, I gotta pee. I'll be right back. Simply's having. We're gonna bump this while I pee. I'll be right back. Mods, can you shout out Lakari, by the way? Simply having a wonderful Christmas time. All right, guys. All right. Yo. We'll play this one again. Only, you know, for Mizzy. All right, so what do we have here? All right, let's get Magnificent Mike in here. All right, let's do this. Mike, you're on air. What is up, dude? Mike?
Oh, whoa. What's going on, Wake?
Yo, what's up, dude? How we doing?
I'm doing great. Can I just say that you look absolutely dashing.
Well, thank you.
Outfit.
I do it for Mrs. Claus, you know. And so what she wants, she gets. I'm simping, you know. And how's your Christmas? Are you having a good one, man?
I've been having an alright Christmas. I kind of wanted to talk about what I got for Christmas.
What'd you get, man?
Not much, but I got a sweater with Homer Simpson printed on the front of it.
Nice.
And fun fact, I've never watched The Simpsons.
You don't need to, though. Just everyone assumes people have seen The Simpsons, so you'll get away with it.
I think that's the thing. And
here's another thing. If anyone asks you what your favorite episode is, you can name the time Homer does literally anything. And they'll be like, yeah, I like that one. You'll be like, the time Homer invades an elementary school with his group of friends. They'll be like, yeah, that happened. Like, they did everything. There's nothing that wasn't done. You'll be fine, you know?
Thank you for that.
No one can expose you, you know? You're just fine.
I also got a photo frame. Sorry.
Nice.
But like the photo frame has like nothing on it. It's just like a blank photo frame.
Huh.
And
well, you got to add to the photo in there.
Yeah, I guess I gotta do something with it. I've got enough photos around my house right now though, so I think I'm gonna put that one on the side for now. But what I really noticed about these gifts is that a lot of people do not know what I really want for Christmas.
Well, what did you want for Christmas?
Well, that's the thing is like I don't think I tell people enough like what I want or like what my interests are, and I'm specifically like trying to find more hobbies that I want to get into so that I can kind of like expand what I actually have to do, because right now all I really do is just stay home, play video games. I'm a gamer.
I see. Gaming's fun. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 25.
And so people don't know what you want because you don't know what you want, or because you don't communicate what you want?
I think it's a mixture of both.
So what would you communicate right now that you would want, if you could?
Video games. But that's the thing.
What video game would you want?
Right now, I kinda, because right now I'm more of a Nintendo Switch guy.
Crush on the Switch.
What's on the Switch right now? There's nothing really that comes to mind. I've been playing a lot of Hollow Knight, and I'm just waiting for Silksong to come out. I don't know if you've ever played Hollow Knight before.
I haven't, no.
Yeah, it's a really, really good game. Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
It's just a great feel. Like, everything about it is, to me, is just perfect. If you ever get a chance to check it out, you should.
You seem to have a general like appreciation for games, like just like that. That's like a connoisseur sentiment. It has a great feel, you know. So that's like not even like specific. It's just like the experience cohesively appeals to you, you know, which is like kind of a rare. Like to have a sensibility. Most people are like, I like the character, I like the story, but you like collectively everything feels right, you know. So you clearly you like games.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you played too much?
Well, Actually, I feel like I play like a healthy amount. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm just copium right now.
Well, what's a healthy amount to you?
I play like about 2 hours a day.
Oh, it's fucking nothing, dude. What do you mean? What else do you do with your day?
Work and take care of my family, and
that's admirable.
Basically it. Yeah.
Do you enjoy your job?
It's an all right gig. I mean, it's a work from home job, so I can't really complain too much. I get to just kind of lay low for a lot of the time, do some other things. So it's very chill. It's not like low pressure, but it's not like something that I'm crazy about.
Got it. I mean, here's the thing I'll say about most jobs is that in the event that you don't loathe it, it's kind of a win. If it pays for what it is you need it to pay for, and like, because like very rarely, even for the best jobs in the world, eventually they'll feel like a job. I've worked a lot of really cool jobs, even this one. Some days it feels like a fucking job. Doesn't mean I would not pick this over other jobs. I love what I do, but it's more over that the real saving grace of any job is like I'm around people I don't hate, and I get paid enough, and I don't have to compromise too much of my time. Those three things are really the main pillars, because any job's going to start to feel systematized and kind of redundant after a while. Like you're going to be like, this is mundane and repetitious. It's just kind of how work is. You do it every fucking day, So as long as you don't hate the job, that's kind of a win. But does it give you like time to like explore your interests outside of just games? Because a lot of times games are like, they're fucking awesome because it's like a narrative driven experience that you get to like kind of push yourself into. Not a ton of thinking. It's just it's all about like eliciting flow state, right? Like the challenge and the I guess like the challenge and your ability are intersected well, and you could just kind of zone out and experience something that isn't just your life, which is a huge win, obviously. But do you feel like there's stuff you'd rather be doing with your time right now?
Well, it's not really about what I'd rather be doing. It's kind of like what I feel like I should be doing, because I think I'm kind of limiting myself to one thing, and that's gaming. But I kind of want to find more hobbies, because whereas I'm the guy in my family who got like a Simpsons sweatshirt and a blank photo frame, like my brother now, he got like a bunch of workout equipment and like some cooking utensils and all that, because like he really displays to people those interests.
Sure.
And like
Let
with
me tell you
me,
something.
yeah.
Go on.
I was just gonna say, like with me, it's kind of the opposite. I don't have like that ability to display that, because all I do is play video games. Right.
Got it.
And
But it seems like if you only have 2 hours of time a day to yourself, I don't think it's unreasonable to purpose it towards something that's relaxing. You know what I mean? That being said, I still understand the sentiment of like, I would like to do something else. However, your family not giving you a thoughtful gift isn't really indicative of a personal failure. So I guess I kind of want to distinguish I want to do more with my time because I want more from my time, versus like I want to do more because I feel as though I don't have an identity. You know what I mean? Because like this whole like self-tabulation thing of being like, I am this, it's irrelevant if you don't enjoy what you're doing, And like your parents not really like understanding it isn't really indicative of like a personal failure. You have a job, you make a living, you spend time with the people close to you, and you play games for 2 hours a night. I don't think you're radically fucking yourself by not trying to jam every hour of your day with productivity. Like that's a cancerous idea in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't really blame anyone though for like giving me this stuff. I don't care like what they give me. So I'm not faulting anybody for not having the same interest as me.
Of course.
It's more like I don't know how to explain this.
You're doing a good job so far, dude. Don't sweat it. I would just use the words that come to mind. They tend to be pretty right, honestly. The more you can trust that, the better.
It's more like I feel like this is just showing that I don't communicate my
Dude,
interests
you're
enough.
doing
And it feels
well.
like I don't have a personality in a way,
I can understand
besides
that.
just playing video games.
Well, first of all, man, like playing a video game and really loving something and speaking passionately about it is, first of all, your hobbies aren't your personality. You know, your personality is more nuanced and like intrinsic, you know? So you perhaps being less interested in speaking about yourself, more interested in maybe learning about others or exploring virtual environments, that's still a personality. That doesn't have anything, that's not a personal failing because you don't want to like talk to people, you know? Like, or you don't feel the need to like express your passions to them in the same way. It's totally valid to be a listener. You know, eventually, when you feel comfortable enough, you'll probably speak about the things that you love, or when you find people who reflect that in you. But, like, I don't know, man, you can't force a passion for something. However, if you do want new hobbies, a lot of it's just partitioning time in your life to try and experience, you know? And so, really forcing that out of yourself once or twice a week is I think, a really good thing. Like, have a day where you do a new thing every week, you know? Even if it's stupid. Getting out in the world, maybe bringing like a friend, a brother, a sibling. Yo, and Cushings, thank you so much, man. Is to me super important in the event that you do want something else to your day to day. But I don't know, man. It doesn't sound like you're playing with a lot of free time to begin with. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a lot that I have to deal with, but I like the word having to do stuff all the time. Like I kind of like
being busy,
keeping busy. That's what I would say.
How would you like? What would your like ideal schedule look like then?
I wake up 8 in the morning. I do like all the standard stuff, like brush my teeth and like eat breakfast, and then like
you're doing more than most people already. You are.
Yeah, the brushing teeth I know is a hard.
Brushing teeth and eating breakfast, dude, you're kind of crushing it. That's huge. That's not a joke. I'm not memeing. A lot of people cannot do that.
You. Then I work for like it's a 9 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
Take an hour break for lunch. I just
hold on 1 sec. I'm sorry. I'm getting a knock on the door. Yo, what up, Bonnie? Yeah.
Yo,
We're doing a viewer call-in.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was wondering if you could help me carry my piano.
Yeah, are you doing it now?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we can do that real quick.
Sick. Okay, cool. I have sleep.
All right. Mike, can I put you on hold for 2 minutes? I gotta help Bonnie move this piano.
No problem.
All right, yeah, I will be right back. I'm gonna move you back to the waiting lounge real quick, and then I'll pull you right back down. Alrighty, man. Actually, I'm gonna keep you here. Just mute myself. I'll talk to you in a bit. Be right back. All right. I'm helping S-Fan and Bonnie move this piano. I'll be right back, guys. Ugh.
Like I feel like the height is short or the width?
I don't know. It's like I miss steps. It's also like me and stairs have historically been at odds. This is what you do now. All right. Don't come back till you got a jingle.
Yeah. All right, thanks, dude.
Of course, man. Have fun. All right, we're back. It was hard to get up these stairs, so that is why. Okay. Let's do this shit. All right, Mike, we are back. Thank you so much for your patience, man.
No problem. Wait, so
How's it
did
going?
you just move a whole entire piano by yourself?
God, no, it's like a keyboard. I'm not that strong. That would be way too cool.
I thought it was like a grand piano or something.
No, that's half Thor's job, man, not mine. That's for like, you know, the mountain, not me. But anyways, we were talking about hobbies. The one thing I really want to make clear is that like there should be a fundamental distinction between social and familial pressures to be something and a desire to be something. So how much of it is you wanting another hobby versus you feeling like you're not what people want you to be?
I think it might actually be more of the latter.
Of just like you feeling pressured to be something?
I think it's kind of like, I think it's actually a mixture of both, 50-50 maybe, because no one's really forcing me to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I feel like everybody else has all these hobbies, so I'm kind of like pressuring myself by extension of other people having more hobbies than me.
Yeah, but like, you know, here's another thing. It's like a lot of people are generalists or they're just hobbyists and they find joy in tinkering with new things. And a lot of people prefer to just be like obsessively into a couple things like every once. Like, it's more of like, what do you derive fulfillment from? Do you feel unfulfilled? That's a better question than like, I want to have hobbies so that my parents buy me better gifts. It's like, fucking, dude, it doesn't sound like you need gifts, you know? Or you just aren't asking for things, you know? If you don't have something that needs to be gifted, then who gives a fuck? You know what I mean? Like, if you've kind of got what you need, then the gifts are superfluous, you know? They don't matter.
Yeah, the gifts don't matter. It's just kind of like symbolism for what...
Of like, what does it say about me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it, man. I think that it's to find any kind of like salient judgment. If anything, it just means your parents don't know what you're into because you don't talk about it with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I don't think my parents are in any sort of way interested in video games. Like, because like
most
they're
parents
kind of
aren't
more...
interested in their kids' hobbies. They just are interested in their kids being interested in something. You know what I mean? Unless they're outright like, shut the fuck up, Mike. You know, if they say that, I get it. You know, then maybe they're not interested. But like for the most part, most people will talk to you about the things that you are interested in if they love you, you know? Even if they can't, let's say, like go on forever about it, you know, or they don't really understand it. They'll at least be happy that you have a passion in something, you know what I mean?
Right.
So
yeah,
I would dare to be a bit more transparent with the people in your life personally.
Yeah.
Talk with them about the shit you like, you know?
I think it's that's a good idea, yeah. I think also what was I gonna say? Like the I'm not as great with my words as you are, Wake.
You're doing very well.
I strive to be as good with my words as you, because I see the people talk is like something that I strive to be.
It's all rambling at some point, man. All that matters is that when you speak, people understand you, you know? And I think that you're going to be just fine, dude. And I know everyone's excited to hear someone talk, you know? It doesn't matter how they do it, man. And you're doing a good job with it as well. So don't disparage yourself. Like you're like taking time out of like your sentence to be like, I'm not good at this. Like no one had any complaints, man. Take a moment. We all have to take a moment to think about what it is we want to say. That's not unique unto anyone, you know, and it's not a failing.
Is it okay if I kind of switch the topic?
Of course. You can do whatever you want, man.
Yeah, so what do you think about crocheting at home?
It's sick.
Have you ever tried it?
I haven't personally crocheted, but I know people who crochet, and I think it's super meditative. It's just like a mindful, like, you know, it's almost like something you do in a subconscious level that amounts to something you put on TV, watch something, and just go to town with whatever it is you're currently constructing. Like it's massively idle in a way that I think is super like grounding, right?
Oh yeah, because I was talking about that with your mod while she was screaming.
Oh, that's
like,
fun.
Yeah, and I think that might be on the list. That might be on the list.
I think crocheting is awesome, personally, and something that it also is like a final product to it, so it feels kind of tangible in a way, you know?
I
don't know,
also
man.
have thought about reading more because I think my mental has been a bit on the decline over time. Ever
I
since
think
I
reading is
graduated
always a
college.
win, dude. Reading is always a win, personally.
Yeah, so reading is definitely on the list as well.
It also gets you, like, new perspectives to kind of chew on. Like, the importance of having new input, just like new shit that you think about throughout the day is, I think, enormous. Just absolutely cannot be overstated. It helps slow the passing of time the more you chew on new wisdom, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Which is important, you know, to like not feel like the years are flying by because you aren't like actively engaging with the world. That's really all that happens. But what's the best way to make a reading habit? Start small, read a few pages every night until you look forward to doing it, or read a few pages every morning. I mean, that's gonna be the ultimate way of doing it. You don't have to read the whole book. I think people like really sit down with like this kind of like, you know, high school essay perspective of like, I got to get everything out right now so that I can move on and do this project. Like, it's just, you're reading it to learn from it. Just read at your pace. Doesn't matter if you read a page a minute or whatever. Just go slow, absorb it, put it down when you're done. Doesn't matter. But start with small little segments, man. As with anything, when you're trying to build a habit, frankly, the lower you set the bar, the more likely you are to stick with it.
Are there any like specific books that you would recommend to people like trying out reading for the first time in a long time?
I mean, for me personally, I like reading a lot of like philosophical text personally, just because that's what like stimulates me. Like that's what I get really excited about. But you kind of have to identify what your personal interests are and then pick books around those, you know? So even if it's like, let's say you start reading like expanded fiction from games you like I would read like WoW lore for a while, you know, just things like that. Anything that's adjacent to something I'm passionate about is more likely to result in me actually wanting to read it, you know? As opposed to like picking up like one of the classics just because people say you have to read it, you know what I mean? Like you're going to be bored out of your skull, you know?
Yeah, there was a point where I really wanted to try out comic books.
Yeah, why not?
I got like a few Spider-Man comic books from like a thrift store, and those were pretty fun to read. But like I got like those awkward ones that were like in the middle of a giant overarching storyline, so I didn't really understand
That's
exactly
kind of the
100%
challenging
what's
thing.
going on.
Is that a lot of those things are like, I mean, they're like episodic almost, so you have to get like the whole series to really get where you're at with it, yeah?
Yeah, I feel really bad for the people that are like just starting to get into the MCU after like Endgame and Infinity War and all that.
Yeah, they missed a lot of the golden years there in a way. That being said, it's not all over, right? I mean, I don't know. When it comes to anything like involving what you choose to read, you really just have to take inventory of what you actually enjoy engaging with, you know? Like, there's no reason to read strictly academic text because you think that the world is gonna, like, value that more. It doesn't. Reading's for you, man. It's really just about giving your brain new shit to chew on. That's it, you know? If you like sports, read about sports. If you want to read more about comics or more about these kind of like spaces, read about the people who create it too, you know? Get some biography in there. It's fun.
Yeah, well, thanks, man.
Of course, dude.
Reading and crocheting. I think I'm just gonna start with those two.
Yeah, and you can like you can watch like a documentary, you can make more like mindful viewing as well. It really, dude, like reading isn't unique onto like other forms of learning unless you learn better reading. But if you want to throw on like video essays, that's another way of learning. It doesn't fucking matter how you get the information in your skull as long as it's there. It just doesn't. Like people want to create these hierarchies because it's just a boomer sentiment of being like reading good. I mean, I imagine that there's some benefit to it on like maybe let's say like a neuroplasticity level to, you know, connect the dots or imagine things, but if your goal is to learn more, there's no reason to not do it via videos or audiobooks or anything to that extent. The information's what matters, so it doesn't really matter. Like, fucking put something on while you crochet. Read another time, you know? You can do whatever you want there, man.
Kill two birds with one stone.
Exactly. Also, what up, Ray?
Also, can I ask if you're okay with answering like what do you specifically like do in your free time?
In
Like
my free
besides
time
like
these days,
streaming
I do
and
it's a lot of streaming. I try to read when I can, and I go down a lot of different like research rabbit holes. Typically, like I'll be listening to like a podcast or reading a book, and there'll be something in it that I want to know more about, and so I'll just kind of tunnel into something on Google. Do a lot of stuff like that. But honestly, part of my big like points of self-care, I guess, for 2023 is going to be taking more time for myself and my habits. You know what I mean?
I see.
Mostly because at the end of the day, I, especially streaming, really derailed that. Whereas I used to have a lot of hobbies. I've really narrowed it on just trying to think about how to make new content. And eventually you realize that, as with anything, when your objective is to, like, let's say, like, talk to more people, you know, or to write a book or something, like, those are, like, similar to, like, I want to talk to people, I want to write more books, or I want to, like, you know, stream more. They all require you to have something to say. And if you aren't bringing in new information, you're going to run out of shit to talk about, you know? And so that's kind of the important caveat, in my opinion, is, like, the objective being to trial and like take in new information so that when you then use it, you're like, fuck yeah, this is fun. You know, I feel like I'm engaging something I care about.
Respect to you, man.
Of course, man, and likewise. But, you know, just like you, I'm also always looking for ways to fill my time. And frankly, I try to fill my time as well with friends, however it is I can, because I find that active discourse helps me a lot, you know, talking back and forth about things I listen to on the internet or that I read as I go about trying to pick up new stuff. I mean, a lot of it too, like, dude, even like, there's just no incorrect way to get new information, you know, so don't tier it. Don't feel like you have to read books to be smart. You don't. You get information on fucking TikTok as long as you fact check it. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't.
Yeah,
like,
I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole just yet.
Well, save yourself. But, you know, don't be afraid to, like, learn from a number of sources, like YouTube, you know, tons of great video essayists and really qualified academics there that you can learn from. And if you're ever looking for good, like, philosophical literature, I like Camus. He writes in a way that's pretty palatable. At least most of the translations are good, like Albert Camus. And it's absurdism, which I think is fun.
Camus. How do you spell that last name?
Camus.
Oh, I see. I got it.
Yeah. I'm a big fan, man. Kurt Vonnegut's also great. Vonnegut was my first favorite writer.
I have a few friends that are really like into philosophy.
Mm-hmm.
And like they're always like they're talking about like their philosophical takes in the Discord chat. And like I'm kind of like always just like sitting there in the background like yeah, I agree with you guys. But I don't really grasp everything that they really say.
Sounds like you're about to blow their minds with new info, man.
Yeah,
I wouldn't worry about not being able to immediately pitch in on the shit they say, man. A lot of it's kind of hard to pick up out of nowhere, you know what I mean? Like, it's pretty, like, they're all, like, compounding knowledge bases, and people can also just make shit up, you know? You don't have to know what you're talking about to talk. So, if you can't track with something, don't feel bad about it. Do your own research on it, man. Pick up some books and see what you can make happen. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, totally.
But yeah, engage with people on the things they love too, man. It's a great way of learning new, like, you know, strategies for fulfilling yourself as well.
Oh yeah, I need to get better at doing that.
Hell yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, honestly, dude, just asking people questions is a great way of like really navigating your own social anxieties. Personally, at least for me. That's how I would do it when I was, you know, really trying to get a better handle on myself socially. It was like, make the conversations about other people, learn about them. You don't have to offer the best insights. You just have to kind of have an earnest interest in who people are and what it is they have to say.
Yeah, like, I don't want to get too, like, psychological with it, but, like, when I'm, like, in there with a conversation with, like, a new person, and like I'm asking them something, and they don't like immediately respond, I just like get so much heightened anxiety because I feel like, do they think like I'm forcing like a conversation about something? It's just like all these like intrusive thoughts get in my head. All
you can do is learn to sit in that silence, man, and like know that you aren't the sole party responsible for the health of a conversation. If someone doesn't have interest in engaging, it's kind of their prerogative and not your problem ultimately, you know? Like, you shouldn't have to sell people on a conversation. You shouldn't have to, like, do backflips to keep them engaged. If people are checking out, they're checking out regardless of, you know, what it is you have to say there, man. A lot of people are just, like, onto the next thing or preoccupied with something in their own lives, so don't let that get you down too much, man. Even though I do know that would be really stressful in its own right.
Yeah, I feel like I get anxious about just like the little parts of conversation.
Yeah.
And I think like silence in conversation is the most like stressful thing to me.
Now, being able to hold your composure through silence is a good thing, and something that it honestly is good practice anyway. Because again, you're not the sole party responsible for it. And if you want to fill it, you can fill it. I fill silence all the time by just rambling, and I bring up the next thing. If people aren't interested, they're not interested, man. But you know, it's you can't sit there and like make it your responsibility to keep people entertained. You know, it's a two-way street. So just know that some people can also just be bad at engaging you, and not being helpful to your objective.
Yeah.
So don't worry about it, dude.
I wanted to get more into dating also.
Yeah.
Eventually. Because I've been out of a relationship for a little bit over 4 months. And I think that's kind of like what this has led to. Like all that those questions about hobbies and all that. It's kind of like I want to be able to be like sell myself better to potential partners in the future.
Man, let me tell you something, man. If you construct a false self to be more interesting to people, you are going to burn out of it like hard. You can't maintain that facade forever, dude. You're gonna be fucking cooked after a while. You know what I mean? Like I don't think that's ever worth attempting. Eventually, the tire you'll just be too fucking tired to maintain it, and it'll bleed through everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not going to like force myself to do like any specific activity if I don't actually enjoy it. But I think what I really wanted to do is just like try new things and kind of see where it goes. And if I enjoy it, that's great, because then I can like use that to like market myself better to potential partners in the future.
And I do agree with that. I think that would be great. It'd be great for you to like, it's not just market yourself to potential partners, man. It's like identifying where points of connection could be, you know? Like it helps to have the more life experience you have, the more things you've engaged with, the more points of conversation you have, and the more likely you are to build a connection with people. It doesn't mean you have to like everything, but for you to be able to be like, oh yeah, I tried it, kind of meta me, but you guys can still talk about it, that means a lot, you know?
Oh yeah.
So like, it's just like accruing new life experience, and it just helps you connect more broadly, you know? So don't always think about it in service of dating, because like you don't want to be solely doing things to be, you know, deemed a certain way. Like it helps, I think, generally speaking, to connect to more people if you have more experience, you know? So more stuff you do, the more stuff you can speak on, the more stuff you can have an opinion on, and the more likely you are to connect with people who, you know, have similar experiences or a desire to speak on similar topics. So that's the real win for me.
I think there's very few things. I think I'm kind of lucky in this way. There's like very few things that I think I would actually dislike to do. Because I don't know. I just find it more better to just look at like the fun side of certain activities. There are certain things that like I would like hate to do, like physical labor.
Sure.
But just like chill things where like I can just like kind of zone out for a bit, kind of like reading and crocheting. Those are perfectly fine.
I agree. Pick them up. Start tomorrow. Go buy some shit at Hobby Lobby. Pick it up. You can do it while you do all the other shit you like doing, man.
What's Hobby Lobby?
I don't know. If you're not American, I don't know if it's there. Any kind of like hobby store. If you look up hobby store or something, you'll probably find something. I don't know what region you're in, so it's hard to. I couldn't tell you.
Oh, it might be an Austin thing because I'm on the East Coast.
It could just. I don't know if it's just in Austin. I'm pretty sure it's more local or more broadly available. Michaels, that would work.
Oh yeah, Michaels.
But I will tell you, man, it's like, yeah, the more stuff you engage with, the more perspective you have on things that other people may engage with, which helps a lot, you know? And you'll enjoy that, even if you don't end up, like, leaving with, like... Even if you are, like, ultimately, I don't care too much about it, the more you talk with people, the more it'll help. But don't see dating too much in the sense of, like, selling yourself, like... You should really put yourself out there as, you know, I think the best version of you, you know, but actively represent and try to stand beside the things that you believe to be, you know, most true to who you are. And you'll find people who fuck with it if you're, you know, one, you know, pretty uncompromising in it and confident in who it is you are, you know, like really being able to stand beside that which you know, present is really important.
You're a very wise man.
I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that, but I try to help however I can. I think you got it, dude. But don't put a lot of pressure on, like, you know, reinventing yourself to present it. Just try to explore the things you like. It'll help you a lot, man. Then it doesn't feel like it's a total farce, you know? I still think there's value in it. Like, when I was in high school, I went through, like, a similar crisis where I was like, I'm going to try everything I can and see if I like it. Tried all this different kinds of dancing and shit. Anything I could to, like, you know, have a new perspective on something. And I did find it to be helpful. Even beyond just talking to, you know, like, you know, my preferred sex or whatever. It was like everything was, I just had more to talk about, more to teach, more to learn. It was helpful.
Yeah, I think high school, everybody kind of goes through a similar situation.
Yeah, like, what can I learn, you know?
I personally did not even try dating in high school. Mostly
I don't
because
think you missed out. I don't think a lot of people have their best dates at 17.
I really started in college. I've only had one really like serious relationship, and that was about 5 years. And
it was 5 years ago or 5 years long?
5 years long.
Well, hey, man, that means you have a lot of experience with being a partner, and that's significant and, like, important in many ways to have that kind of background. It helps a lot with, you know, setting the table for how it is you treat the next partner, having that kind of, like, patience or, you know, that degree of understanding that I think you kind of develop when you start to make space for other people in your life. It's really important, you know?
Yeah, I think because my last relationship, we met online, and it was through gaming also.
Well, it's a shared hobby, right?
Yeah, that's why I feel like there's not a lot of people around where I am from.
Did you date someone named Ankh? That?
Yeah, actually.
Duck and Finish? Okay. It was on CS?
No. Yeah, it was in computer science class.
Hey man, I straight up I do not think it's a weird thing to date someone that you met on the internet, man. It's a totally valid way of meeting people as long as you guys like then like, you know, hang out in person. You know, I do think that that's an important caveat.
Yeah. We did meet in person.
Good.
Like there's that. But like eventually I think the thing with COVID and like that really like messed up like the long distance aspect of it, because every time that we had to meet up, it was a really far distance. So COVID kind of messed that up for us, and eventually we just kind of grew apart and fell flat.
It does. COVID's done a number of relationships in, man. But that being said, is like they typically, I think that a lot of things like, you know, isolation, it's like a pressure cooker for issues, you know, and so issues that are going to kind of boil, so to speak, do. It's not necessarily a unique fault of anyone involved, you know.
For sure. You've never been in a long distance, have you?
Nothing to that extent. I mean, I've been at a distance for periods of time, but never like multiple years of it, man. I couldn't. It'd be fucking insane.
Yeah, I think the long distance thing I'm kind of done with.
I wouldn't blame you. I think that physical proximity is a great catalyst for emotional connection. In the absence of it, it's a whole another layer of complication that you don't really want, you know?
Oh yeah. I had this friend recommend me this app called Hinge. I don't know if you've heard of it.
I have.
Yeah.
I think it helps. Everything I've heard of it seems to be pretty positive, to be frank. It's one of the better dating apps in that like you can engage with people directly based on their inputs, which is huge. Most of the people I know who use it really enjoy it.
Yeah, I've heard it's better than the other dating app because like the other dating apps, it's kind of just used for like basic hookups like Tinder and Bumble and all that. But I've heard that Hinge, on the other hand, it kind of like filters specifically to what you want. And
It can.
I'm not really like into the one-off kind of things.
The real thing I'd say though too is like I wouldn't rely too much on dating apps because they're really not structured in favor of a lot of like they tend to have much higher male audiences. So I'd focus more on like go somewhere where people actually crochet in public, join a book club, man. Try to get out into the world and meet people through it because it's way easier to like develop attraction in a tangible person-to-person interaction than it is on the internet. Like it's really like a series of like check marks on the internet in a way that's super depersonalizing. So just be mindful of it and don't allow the internet to like sway your sense of self or value because it's a really hollow microcosm of a much bigger deal.
Yeah, like I would do all that. It's just kind of hard for me to do that right now. Maybe eventually I'll be able to like go out more, but my situation, I have somebody at home that's pretty high risk, and I don't want to put them like in the situation where bringing COVID home and like.
I understand that. Then maybe virtual capacities are fine for now, and also just finding ways to meet other or making sure the environment's up to code in that regard could help a lot. But yeah, I mean, if you have something that you have to protect, you got to prioritize that.
So
not a lot of advice around that.
Yeah, but like I'll still go out on occasion, like cause to like keep my social like skills somewhat high.
Yeah, refined, sure. Well, I'd say then make it go to a book club, man. Do something. Dude, find a group that crochets together. Might meet a lot of grandmas, but they might be nice. Who knows? I think generally speaking, any social engagement's good, and it offers you the ability to gain a new perspective that you can then speak on or learn from, and it all builds.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, man. Well, I think we got to move in a new caller here shortly. But I want to thank you for chatting, man. And when we do this next time, you're more than welcome to call back in and shoot the shit.
All right. Yeah, this was really fun. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thanks a bunch, dude. I really appreciate it. And we'll talk to you soon, all right, man?
Take care. Have a good night, everyone.
Likewise, man. Merry Christmas. All right, guys. I am going to go use the restroom real quick. Zoe, can you like message me who should go next on Discord? I'll be right back. Mwah. Thank you, guys. All right, yo. I'm sorry, guys. I had to poo. Okay. Yup. One's in chat if your dick is hard for Christmas. Domino! Wait, so you're saying it's not the Christmas cheer that got you hard? That sucks. Okay. Who is coming in next? Let's see. Graveyard Rooster. All right, yo, Graveyard. What is up, dude?
Hey, man. I'm sorry. I was having a very deep conversation with people in.
Well, you got ripped from it. You just got ripped. That
Yep.
conversation's over.
Finally having.
Oh, yo, hold on. We just got a raid. Let me talk to them 1 sec here.
You're fine. You're fine.
Yo, Cinny! Look at this beautiful man. Look at all these Cinny wiggles. Look at this sweet man. Yo, what up, Sin? How you doing, man? Thank you for the shout out, mods. Thank you. Cinny, you beautiful boy. It's good to see you, dude. I hope you're well. I hope that you've had a great Christmas. I don't know if you're home, but just know I really appreciate this raid. Lady, thank you for the 10, man. I appreciate that. That's 10 fucking months, man. I want to turn his mic up a little. I will indeed. Guys, we're doing some viewer call-ins today. We're talking about what people want for Christmas. So we'll see how this goes. We've done a few calls today thus far, and let me tell you something, team. It's been great. Rob Dog with a 5! Coming in with a full dong. Thank you so much, man. Hey, Merry Christmas to you and yours as well, man. Big love to you, dude. Guys, Rob Dog is the man behind a lot of your favorite Twitch events. You just don't know it, and he's the absolute homie. So, everyone just give a heart in the chat for sweet Rob Dog, man. Sweet Rob Dog. All right, guys, we're going to get back to our call here with Graveyard Rooster. Guys, please go follow Senny if you don't already. I adore Senny. I'm glad that he's well, and I look forward to seeing him soon. But guys, mwah. All right, Graveyard. So what's the word, my guy?
Just honestly, at this moment, I feel really bad because I was in the waiting room with a guy that had a stuttering problem, and he was struggling with self-conscious issues, and I was trying to talk him through that, and I got ripped out. But
Do you want to go back? We can pull someone else in.
no, it's cool. What's
Are
up,
sure?
man?
We can definitely swing it.
No, it's cool, man. I fucking love you. I love your positivity that you're trying to spread all around the world.
Thanks,
And,
man. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
It means
you're
a lot.
a great shining light.
I appreciate that a lot, dude. Thank you for seeing it that way. That means a lot.
Yeah.
But
love you, man.
Dude, thank you so much. That means that I have nothing without people valuing what I do. So you guys give me everything. It means a lot, man. Truly. But shit, man. Yo, Raph, thank you for gifting Rob. So, how's your Christmas, man? Merry Christmas, one. I hope it's well. If you celebrate, if you don't, merry day that doesn't make you work. That's nice,
Yeah, I celebrate Christmas. My
Hell
mother's
yeah.
birthday was yesterday, so I got to talk to her for a little bit.
Who?
My mother's birthday
Oh.
was yesterday.
Oh, no shit. Christmas Eve, baby.
Yep, she was. Never got any of the presents.
Hey, but you do kind of, though. They double down. You get double the gifts. Like, or you get, like,
back in the
a
day,
gift.
Yeah, she got a gift, and then she got a gift for Christmas.
That's 2 gifts, baby.
Yeah. I guess I should get to the point.
We can do whatever you want to do, man. Doesn't matter.
I'm just appreciating talking to you, man. Big fan.
Thanks, man. That means a lot, dude. Really. Really, man. No, but don't worry about it. So I'm glad that anyways, mom's cool. Had a good family Christmas-ish, I assume. Some people were there, hopefully. You had a handful?
No, I'm 1,300 miles away from my family.
Oh, fuck. That sucks.
Yeah.
So what'd you do?
Sat here.
Did you go outside, or is it, like, frigid where you are?
It's a little bit cold. It was much colder the other night, but it's fair temperatures now.
Are you a night owl?
Colorado.
No, like, are you a night owl? Like, do you stay up late?
Oh yes.
Dude,
Very
you
much
should,
so.
when you're done with this call, go drive somewhere with their Christmas lights and walk around. Listen to Christmas music. That always makes me feel like I'm at a home, you know? It's something I do. It's a cope, but I like it. That's my blanket advice. For someone who's away from family, go walk around and just enjoy the ambiance of Christmas. It's cool.
I wish I could, but it's I live in a fairly poor area, so not a lot of people have stuff going up. It's not like it used to be.
I see what you mean. Well, unfortunate. But regardless, my friend, what's the word then? What's going on? What brings us in today?
Okay, so 37 years old.
Nice.
150 pounds. Haven't gained a pound since high school.
Mm-hmm. So you're probably in decent health then, ish, you know? Not carrying around a ton of extra weight. That's nice.
I drink and I smoke, so
hey,
it's probably going to go downhill from here.
You know, I mean, do you drink and smoke a lot?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, definitely a point of consideration, but, you know, we all have our vices. So you drink, you smoke, 150 pounds. What's the word?
I just can't gain weight. I feel ectomorphic.
So,
constantly.
What's your actual appetite like?
It swings. I can sit there and binge eat and not gain a pound, or I can, like today, I ate a can of green beans today.
See, this is already, I don't subscribe to, outside of bone structure, the ectomorph, mesomorph, endomorph thing. I think that it's kind of a pseudoscience. I think that the bone structure stuff makes sense, but I think it has a lot more to do with your like ghrelin levels and general comfort or general hunger. I think that a lot of people who are ectomorphs struggle with appetite more than they do anything else. So they'll like, let's say, not eat until they're super hungry suddenly, and then they'll like binge eat, and they'll be like, I can eat whatever I want. Yeah. Typically, it's that you just don't eat enough, you know? And that most people can gain weight. You may have a high... So on an actual like research level, human NEAT doesn't vary much. It really doesn't. Like there's not a ton of evidence pointing to it. It's more so to do with general hunger levels. And so, yeah, appetite issues related to nicotine consumption is also a thing that could happen. I mean, how much do you smoke?
Pack a day at the least.
Pack a day oh man, have you thought about like, I'm sure you have because everyone who smokes has, but like, have you tried like patches, gum, vape, anything?
Yeah, I quit for like 2 years straight.
Shit, really? What brought you back?
I moved out to Colorado, and when I took a trip back home and visited everyone back there, everybody smoked, so
shit.
Yeah, that's when it started.
It's crazy how environmental so many addictions are, you know? I think it's really like everyone else in my environment kind of does it. It's like the only thing that, or like if you're like a line cook, man, like I have a friend who's a line cook and he told me that he picked up his habit while being a chef because like you didn't get breaks unless you went and smoked, but you could have pretty much constant cigarette breaks if you did, which is awesome. I mean, like that's how this happens, you know?
Awesome.
Like, if you want time off, you're going to have to kill yourself. You know, you're going to have to slowly kill yourself if you want that break, man. Otherwise, back to work. Yeah, man, it's a fucking... So what are you, you want to learn how to gain weight, I'm assuming, is kind of the thing. Like, how do you push that scale weight up?
Yeah, honestly, I want to bulk up, but I mean, there was a point in my life where I was trained to be a firefighter, and no matter what I did, I couldn't bulk up. I took creatine. I ate chicken and rice every day.
Oh man, chicken and rice isn't gonna. That's like not a super filling food. Like one of the things that if you really want to quote unquote bulk up, I would focus more on like frankly, like if you lack appetite, drink some food. Like as someone who
Oh,
doesn't have a
yeah.
crazy appetite, man, I would blend like almond milk, Rice Krispie cereal, or oats. One of those two is my carbohydrate with like some whey protein powder and just like peanut butter, some frozen berries, shit like that. Whatever I could fit into the blender that tasted good together, I would just blend and drink. It helps a ton with total consumption, like a ton.
Yeah, no, I was like drinking muscle milk and all that, and
Hell yeah.
fucking what was that? There was a Walmart brand of whey protein powder. Came in a big, huge ass black gallon-sized drum.
Did it help you?
Not really, because I feel like I was doing like a lot of quick burning exercises. Like I was unloading trucks.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so you're saying you weren't really gaining any muscle?
Yeah, I
Oh,
can't
yeah,
gain.
yeah. Well, so a lot of it is like it's a two-pronged thing. Like you can gain weight by eating at a caloric surplus, and you gain muscle when you are applying proper resistance to the muscle atop that caloric surplus. So with a caloric surplus, your body either has an elevated ability to build new muscle tissue and repair existing muscle tissue, or it has an elevated ability to store fat, essentially. And whether or not you are training is essentially what determines how that food's going to be partitioned. So you need a little bit of both. Like if you're not actively resistance training in some way, that doesn't mean weightlifting, but like I think weightlifting's more efficient, but just general resistance training, it's going to be really challenging. So going out, doing general like even like pull-ups, working with resistance bands, things of that nature is a good way to get going.
I fucking hate pull-ups, man. Don't bring up pull-ups. I hate pull-ups.
They help, man. They help. It's kind of undefeated. So for me personally, those are big things there, making sure that the input and the output both make sense, right? So like, what am I doing with my body and how am I fueling it, right? If you're fueling to a surplus and you're training to gain like, muscle tissue, it's kind of like, it is like a thermodynamic inevitability as long as your hormone profile is solid. You said you're 37. Have you had like a blood panel done at any point to see like how your general testosterone is, etc.?
No, I have not.
Honestly, I would talk to, do you have health insurance?
No.
So you can do things like private MD labs and stuff like that. It's like a couple $100. I think you can even get like a general male hormone panel for like $150. And you can just rule out whether or not there's any issue there, because if there is, you could probably take that to a doctor and they can help you, more like better optimize that.
I've honestly been concerned about low T.
I mean, dude, that's like nothing to be ashamed about either. You're like in your mid 30s at this point. Like most male hormone like health begins to decline in the 30s anyway. So like that's not a problem. Like it's not like a failing of your body or a personal failing. However, alcohol doesn't really help. Do you drink beer?
Yes, beer.
Yeah, beer can be kind of estrogenic as well. So not necessarily the best booze to drink, but really I don't recommend any booze ideally because it will hurt you.
I understand. Yeah, I used to drink liquor, but yeah, I switched to beer.
I mean, yeah, whatever helps you drink less ultimately is probably a good thing, but it's neither helps. Do you think do you think you drink too much, or do you just drink like, recreationally a few times a week or something?
Recreationally usually, but when friends are around, yeah, probably too much.
Oh man, so you and your friends kind of bond over like drinking and smoking then ultimately, yeah?
It's not like a social thing. Like I said, it's more like an online thing. I never go out.
Oh yeah, so like hanging with friends in Discord or something,
yeah,
and like
Discord,
getting.
Exactly.
I mean, here's the great thing: is like you can just pretend you're drinking. You never have to chat with them. You know what I mean? They never have to know. They're not gonna be there being like drink. You just say yeah, drink it a beer. Never drink again. You like ideally something like that would help, but also man, like fucking. This is something I recommend with soda more than anything. But like if you do like let's say like gradually water down your booze over time with like if you get like regular beer and non-alcoholic beer and just fucking cut it until you're like going like to 50-50 to 75-25 and then like eventually just swap to like a non-alcoholic beer over time, you're going to normalize being less hammered, and like accessing a part of yourself that I think is kind of important to learn to access without totally taking it away. But also I'm not a specialist when it comes to quitting booze. I don't even know if that's something you want to do, but that's stuff that I generally recommend.
Yeah, I do. I honestly prefer you over AA because AA is just like a completely different thing. And
AA can be a bit culty, but it can also help. I mean, I went to AA as a kid because my parents were alcoholics, so like
wow,
they recommend that stuff. it's not like I went for myself necessarily, but you learn a lot about the process, and it can feel like a lot, and it's very like God oriented, which not everyone wants to.
Yeah,
dip their
exactly.
toes
That's what I
into.
was gonna say. You have to have like this higher power. That's
Yeah.
just,
Which some people might need, you know, like some people really, I don't know, maybe it's that good, but I think generally speaking, when it comes to quitting any kind of narcotics, it's like, you know, there are specialists that are better that aren't necessarily AA, even if it's like a psychiatrist, psychologist. But I mean, I've never had to quit drinking because I never really started. I was pretty lucky to like witness addiction when I was young, and so that helped me like never really get into the weeds. But you know, I know that generally speaking, cold turkey with alcohol is tough. Learning to drink less by diluting what it is you're consuming, I think, is probably a good way forward for a lot of people. But it's really tough, man, especially when a lot of your like social presence feels dictated by it. But the one thing I've learned is that a lot of times people don't observe the difference in behavior that you observe yourself. So like in my time being a, you know, like not even necessarily drinking, but like taking any kind of drug, most of the time I will perceive in myself changes that no one else perceives. You know what I mean? Like other people see things that like other people perceive me as being entirely normal. No one's like, you're not as fun, you know? Exactly. Well, it's that you don't feel the same chemicals, so you're like, something must be wrong because I don't feel as good, you know? But eventually you normalize it and it stops becoming a point of stress. But it takes a kind of a, you know, it takes some courageous action there to really get to that point of no longer being concerned, because you have to kind of like normalize that in your life, which is fucking hard, mind you, but definitely valuable.
Thank you so much, man.
Of course, dude.
Bro, I love you. I'm
Thanks,
so
man.
proud of the message you're spreading, and I hope you keep continuing to do these call-ins. You've
Thanks
helped me a
bunch,
lot.
man. That means a lot, dude. And please keep checking in with chat and letting us know how you're doing, man, because you know, there's a lot of process here, you know. It doesn't happen overnight, but drink some food, count your calories, cut down on the booze by like diluting some shit, and know that like your friends probably aren't going to give a shit, and if they do, new friend time, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Find a new, I mean, that's a great thing is like if you do it playing games, join a new guild, you know? There's always something.
Yeah, I mean, I drink mostly for D&D times.
Oh, that's so fun though, man. Well, anyways, man, just you know,
right,
find a way to do a little bit less and see how you feel, man. And check in with us. Let us know how you're going.
All right, thank you, Wake. I appreciate you.
Thanks a
Continue
bunch, man. I
spreading the
appreciate you too, man. Thanks a bunch, man. Big love, dude.
Big love.
All right. Let's see. Who is next? All right. So Zoe, who is up now? Big loves in chat, man. Big loves in chat. Big love, big cock too. Honestly, that's how we know this community. It's always a little bit of both, damn it. All right. I don't know how to join. Exclamation point Discord and get in there, man. Wide bussin'. Who's bussin' in chat, man? Because Simply's having a wonderful Christmas time. That's all I know, man. That's all I know, baby. All right, let's see. Who do we have here? I'm getting there. All right, hold on. Zoe just sent me a message. Let me see. I'm not going in order. I'm telling you in order of who. Okay. Cool. Let's pull in Katana 89. Katana, what is up, homie?
Oh, what's up, Wake? I've been a huge fan of you for quite a while, man. And
thanks, man.
Yeah, and you've helped me more with my mental health and basically the way of my lifestyle, the way that I can be more in shape and go to the gym and have a positively good mental a good mental sorry
you're killing it, don't worry, man.
Life about myself. But my problem, and I mean, this is something that I've been kind of nervous to talk about in front of a big group of people.
Yeah.
is I have a stuttering problem, but not like something to where I stutter like uh, because I do speak fluently, but like I have a pause or a stutter that that's usually um, kind of awkward when I'm trying to make new friends or when I'm trying to approach someone or when
For
I'm
sure.
trying to um, basically talk to somebody because of my stutter. That's my problem right there, basically.
Of course. So is it something that materializes more when you're like nervous, but the more comfortable you are, the less you experience it? Or is it pretty consistent regardless?
Well, sorry. I actually didn't hear it. Can you say it again, real quick?
Oh, is it something that like does it come to the surface more when you're nervous about something, or is it something that's like pretty consistent regardless of your emotional state?
Um, um, I would say it's pretty consistent because I feel like I can do so much more if I didn't have a stutter. Uh, basically,
Like what?
yeah.
What do you think you could do more of?
Um, I could make more friends. I could basically be a better person for myself and for my mental health, basically.
How Here's my question, I guess. How many friends would you want who would like disparage someone for having a stutter though? You know? Like if you didn't have one,
Yeah.
would you really want to like hang with people who are like fuck this guy, you know?
Yes. Yes, absolutely. And
Like
that's
I don't think you've lost a single friend for having a stutter, man. I like any friend worth a fuck would not mind. You know, like any of them. Like I would not want to befriend someone who hears someone stutter and is like, "Fuck that!" Like that's
yeah,
not
yeah,
that's not a
absolutely.
caliber of individual I want to be around, man.
Yeah, and and it's 2022, so I feel like people evolve when it comes to making friends that are basically diverse in a lot of ways of uh either like they have a problem speaking or they're you know kind of um basically basically different personalities is what I'm trying to say.
Of
So yeah,
course, yeah. Different
yeah,
experiences, different abilities.
mhm,
Like, I don't know, man.
yeah,
Look, I think that there are a lot of really, like, normal things that might become more difficult when you have a problem in, like, more normal contexts. You know what I mean? So, like, I'm
yeah,
not going to sit here and,
absolutely.
like, gaslight you into thinking nothing changed because you have a stutter. Some things might have, but nothing that I think truly matters changed, you know? I think that there are some baseline things that might get more difficult, you know? Like, just generally with patience or communicating things on the fly. But anyone who you would, I think, want to accept into your life, regardless of your circumstances, has not missed you. You know what I mean? Like you
I
didn't lose on like a legitimate point of connection because of a stutter in any point
hmm
in any world, you know.
yeah,
And here's another thing too: is like everyone has like a different set of like challenges and strengths, and kind of identifying where it is your strengths are and learning how to maximize them and apply them professionally is like its own calculus, regardless of like who it is you are or what it is you struggle with, you know? So there may be some things in life that you aren't going to want to specialize in if you struggle with a stutter, you know what I mean? But ultimately, it will guide you towards, I think, something that is ultimately better suited for you and your total skill set, you know what I mean? And
yep, absolutely.
there's very little reason I think to disparage yourself for something that's beyond your control. It's okay to totally lament it, man. Like I'm not gonna ever
Yeah,
tell you that you can't because there are tons of things that are frustrating in life, man. Like a lot of us get dealt a weird hand, you know, and you just kind of have to find a way
yeah,
to maximize whatever it is you're given, and that's weird and it's hard to like come to grips with for people. You know what I mean? Um,
yeah, yeah,
However,
absolutely.
that being said, is like it also makes way for like a unique breadth of experience and perhaps a better way of conceptualizing like interpersonal relationships, the concept of patience, you know, who's like truly
hmm
like giving and worth spending time with is something that you might have better perspective on in that regard. And regardless, man, I don't take it as like difficult to have a conversation with. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
it's really not. If you just can wait
hmm
another couple seconds, totally
yeah.
normal conversation can occur. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh. Uh, um, also the the Camp Canoe a whole marathon kind of it kind of expressed me in a way to speak to speak to some different people about it, because I've been going to the gym, and uh, some people have been telling me, you look so, because I'm very, very lanky as a dude, but I have
Same.
belly fat. It will tell me, why you going to the gym, or doing this or doing that, and I'm like, uh, because I'm pretty much inspired to do it because of y'all. So
Hey man, that's cool.
but I had to give my credit to y'all. Y'all really changed my life, man. It's
Hey man, I could say
it's
equally in
pretty
return.
freaking inspiring, man.
Anyone who comes in
So thank
here
you.
changed my life too, man. So you guys have an equal
Yeah.
hand in changing my life as I might have in yours, and that's the coolest thing in the world to me. So I'm glad that anyone
Absolutely.
who could take anything of value from what we did is still, like, to this day, my that is my proudest achievement, and the thing that and it's not even an achievement. It's like, you guys have to still do it. I'm glad that we found the right audience at the right time, and that you guys valued it so much. I'm charmed. There's no other way to say it, man. So I really appreciate that, and I hope that you also know that, like, there are so many things too that, like, I don't know, man, like, play with the written word, like, fucking write poems, do whatever it is you can, because just because you might struggle, like, with, like, oral discourse and, like, being super fluid doesn't mean you can't write, doesn't mean you can't type, doesn't mean, like, you can't find ways to really imbue yourself into something, So I think it's just about learning, like, this is hard for me, but there is so much for you to do outside of it,
Yeah, absolutely. Also, I have another question. So,
Of course, man.
so, so I saw your, so I do browse your Instagram a bit,
Cool.
and I saw your before and after transformation. What pretty much inspired you to be in top shape? Basically that, yeah.
I didn't really feel good. So I was modeling for a while when I was really skinny, and I found that my general health markers felt pretty declined, and I wasn't healthy in my day-to-day. I wanted to feel more capable and strong, and I was fatigued doing everything. I felt very weak, and my general health, my energy levels, my kind of like libido, like everything I was feeling was just kind of diminished, and I wanted to find a way to improve how I felt in my own skin, not really psychologically, but just like on a physical level, how my body felt every day, because it was radically declined. And so I did that, and it helped a lot. However, a lot of with any transformation is just like, eventually you have enough. And honestly, I'm a really obsessive person. So when I start something, I get really into it, and I want to learn everything I can. And I think that's part of why I, like, sustained it as long as I did, was I just had a lot of interest in learning new things, and that was my new thing for a while. And now it's a habit, and I can't really break it. But to me, it's like it's something that, once you learn, I think, like, what the building blocks of physical change are, it's really easy to maintain. It's just a matter of like, one, making it so that it is replicable. Even if it means it's not the perfect effort. If it's something that you can do consistently, it is perfect to me, Because I'd rather you have something that you can modify and change over time as you develop more free time, etc., than just, like, one full bore effort into something. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but it was mostly just physical health decline. I really wanted to feel better, and I knew that what I could do was, it was one thing that was pretty much entirely within my control.
Wow, that's actually pretty. Yeah, that's pretty deep, and it's pretty freaking inspiring to me, in my opinion, because
Thanks, man.
Because basically, what you did to basically transform yourself. I don't want to say transform yourself, because I feel like that's kind of a big word to say to somebody. I feel like basically trying to change your persona to try to feel better, to try to live in a healthy lifestyle and fully express yourself with your body feels pretty freaking inspiring, man. So thank you.
100%, man. Thank you so much for caring, dude. It means a lot.
That's all yeah, that's all I wanted to say. So yeah, so thank you very, very much, Wake.
Dude, thank you. Thank you for being willing to come on here, man, and, like, speak regardless of the stress. That's just really fucking cool. So thanks so much, man, for sharing with the community. It means a lot.
Thank you, man. Yeah, that's basically it. I'm gonna be looking in your chat real quick because I have to go.
Of
So
course,
yeah, thank you,
man.
Wake.
We love lurkers. Thank you so much, dude. I really appreciate you.
Thank you very much, Wake. Thank you.
You take care, brother, man.
You too.
Woo-wee. All right, guys. Big hearts in the chat for Katana. Oh, fuck. Super cool. How do I call? You go into a Discord and you shoot the shit with the mods. It's so cool, man. We have such a good community. How do you not, like, dude, Twitch better buy into this, man. They better buy in now. Buy in while it's cheap. Because this community fucks. Do I trade stocks? No. I want to be happy. Makes me like it with a sippy cup, doesn't it? I know it looks so goofy, man. Do you think plastic is subprimal? Man, let me tell you something. Everything about this pathetic existence is subprimal. The only thing that's primal is, you know, beating with rocks wild animals. Chasing them down and just rocking them. That's it, man. What else is primal? Prime subs. Twitch Primal. Who here's got Twitch? God, are we about to rebrand this? Twitch Primal? Anyone here got Twitch Primal? Why is something being primal considered good to men now? I don't understand. It makes no sense. It's people who are more or less... They believe that anything that reflects an evolutionary context is like the ultimate good, as if people weren't dying in mass. Yo, Leafcatcher, thank you for the 5, man. What are you politically speaking? I would say I'm a progressive leftist, personally. I'm also, like, down to chat with just about anyone. Like, I don't take any issue with it. Zoe, you can message me and let me know who's good to go. Pokemon cards soon, guys. I don't have the thing up because I don't have any cards on hand. I will get another deck, though. I will get some new booster packs maybe tomorrow. I just couldn't do it. You would chat with Destiny? Yeah, I would chat with Destiny, of course. I don't know what we'd talk about, though. I think Destiny's actually pretty grounded. I like what he has to say. I felt very good about this. Hey, dude, you were awesome. Thank you so much for coming on, man. Really. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say... He's liberal, the original progressive. Yeah, I think Destiny has really well-curated perspectives, man. Put cards in the background. We have to. And then we also have this fucking Tectone Charmander, dude. This is going to be my new favorite thing. I just won't stay on its fucking bench. I have to, like, glue him or something. That's the only thing that sucks. He keeps falling off his home. Which I don't understand. I don't know how to... Look at him. Fuck, he just keeps sliding. Eventually we'll figure it out. Keep it up. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Use some poster gum. I mean, you know how much gum I chew, man. It's already game over. We're going to figure this out easy. How based is Elon? Do we want that right now? Do we really want to go in that direction? Is that the game here? Because I'll fucking do it, chat. I'll fucking do it. You should make a calendar of you shirtless. I feel like we could do better. Am I alone for being like, we could be better? There's more to be done with this life than a shirtless calendar. We only have so much Christmas left. It's true. Your politics are wrong. It's called polemism. Who's to say polemism isn't, you know, the ultimate leftist revolution, you know? Actually, anyone who knows what leftism is. But who knows, man? Who knows? All right, who do we have here, Zoe? Let's see. All right, let's see. We'll pull a homie Swiggy in and chat there. All right. Yo, Swiggy! What up, dude?
Hello, hello.
How we doing, man?
Doing okay. How about yourself?
I'm doing okay. You have a good Christmas?
It's been okay. I had like a roommate Christmas a couple days ago while we were all here, so not a whole lot today, but just kind of.
Yeah, that's kind of how it goes. Like,
just kind of enjoyed
the
myself.
older
though.
you get, it's kind of like it's a personal thing. You know, it's no longer the same kind of spectacle.
Oh yeah, like I'm not in contact with my family or anything, so it was really just like a roommate Christmas, and then just kind of enjoying myself today. So
Not
no
in contact
complaints.
with your family. I feel that, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck them. I feel I
Yes,
do feel on a very
exactly.
literal level, people put a great deal of emphasis on blood relation when like that does not in any way substantiate like a relationship. Like being
Oh,
born
yeah.
to something it's no different than you feeling like you need to live in the house you were born in your entire life. Like it's not. I get it. If they were supportive and loving, and you feel as though you want to return that to them, that's one thing. But if they were shitty, you can leave.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's within
And,
your right, chat, to leave.
Growing up gay in religious Kentucky with a very religious family,
yeah, fuck that.
I never felt a connection with them as a family, so it was very easy to just be like, bye.
I mean, yeah, when people are being actively bigoted to you, it's kind of hard to like love them, you know?
Yeah.
Like when your environment is hostile to you and they agree with your environment, it's kind of tough, man. You don't want to really stick around, eh?
Oh yeah, sometimes you have to extricate yourself from a situation that's not healthy. So
I don't blame you. I think that too many people feel a sense of duty to family that is undeserved.
yeah, I haven't talked to any of them in probably over 15 years now, so it's not a big deal. So
100%, man. 100%. Well, anyways, man, so what's the word? Why are we calling in today? How are we feeling?
doing okay, but my main question is around. I'm currently on a weight loss journey.
Cool.
Since about last year, about a year and a half ago, I started, and at my highest weight, I was about 375. I'm 37, by the way, if
Nice.
that factors in.
Cool.
And then over about the last year and a half, I've gotten down to about a little over 280, or hovering around 280.
It's fucking insane. Over how many years?
About a year and a half.
That's nuts, man.
And that's just diet at this point. Like I haven't incorporated anything else into that yet, but I plan to. My main issue is being a gay guy, the body standards that people kind of look for are awful. So currently I'm still, pretty overweight, and the only people that really show any interest are people who fetishize the fat that I currently have.
Sure, yeah.
So
I
I'm
think that's an issue for a lot of people. I think that a lot of straight dudes are unaware of it, and the ways that people will like make a symbol of it or make a suggestion of it. But a lot of times obesity and fetishization are like super integrated in like dating markets.
Yeah, so I've never really been in a relationship and never really dated much. Like the one real date that I've been on was a guy that like basically tried to fatten me up the whole date, like just kept ordering more food. Like it was just really
that's
awkward.
Super weird, man.
So I feel like I'm in an awkward situation where the only people that are willing to speak with me are people who fetishize my weight that I'm trying to lose. So I'm not going to stay the ideal that they're looking for.
Sure.
And meanwhile, everybody else is just like openly hostile. So I'm kind
Where
of
are you meeting dudes, by the way?
Well, with the pandemic and everything, it's mostly been the apps. But even then, like,
aren't the apps kind of a fucking cancer in gay community specifically? Like from my chats with my gay friends, it seems to be kind of the consensus.
They're pretty bad, and it's so openly hostile that people will feel free to just openly some of the people people that message me are like, they'll hostilely reach out and just be like, you would be attractive if you lost a bunch of weight, and they'll just feel like they can do that, like as they just feel like they can initiate that way, and just yeah, it's awful. It's really bad. So I'm kind of torn.
Do you do much to meet people out in the world outside of the apps?
Not currently. I have in the past, but even then, like going to like a gay bar or something, like you just being my size, you just feel invisible anyway. Like no one will talk to you or approach you or.
There's also the issue of like, I guess like not knowing if someone's gay as well, like being a massive point of consideration. Like, you can't like go out to like rock climbing and just like, I get that. So like the apps in many ways, clubs, they're safer because they're like, what it is you're approaching on a level, which
right.
Definitely,
So it's one of and there's even apps so specific that there are apps specifically for overweight people in the gay community, and for like, you know, bears, which are kind of a fat adjacent, but like they're not any better because the people that will speak with
the bear concept is like the dad bod of the gay community, isn't it? In some ways, it's like the idea of like a burly dude, essentially.
Basically,
that makes sense.
But yeah, it's pretty awful overall. But my main conundrum is, you know, I still want to try to date or, you know, God forbid, you know, have some sort of like sexual interaction with people.
Sure.
But the only people that are interested are people that would not be long-term options, really. So I'm kind of stuck in that. I'm like, do I just kind of like wait until I've lost more weight? But ideally, you're like, oh, you should only want to date people that would like you for who you are. But that's not really how it works out in the real world.
You know, it's kind of interesting, though, because we bring up the concept of fetishization, which is like, there's a line, right, that separates physical preference and fetishization. And, like, I'm willing to bet that it's kind of a thin one, too. You know, like, someone, like, let's say, like, having, like, a feeder fetish, like you were talking about, where he's like, I'm gonna fucking stuff this dude with food. That's a fetish. That's strange. But, like, have you met people who just have, like, a physical preference for bigger dudes?
Not
like
that
that isn't like
that way.
Not that it's like overtly directed and like feeding you food. You know what I mean?
I mean, there's been plenty of people that aren't feeders.
Sure, yeah.
That's a very more specific kind of subculture within that. But it's usually very obvious that that's the main thing they're interested in. They make that pretty clear early on.
And like that, it's like strictly like a sort of like sexual fixation. It's not like a. But
right.
That's
so,
kind of the whole point.
Like yeah, they'll very, very early on be like, "Ooh, I want to play with your belly" and stuff like that. And I'm like, that's not what I'm looking for.
I think that it's like it's weird because it's like a lack of tact, because ultimately it's like it is true that like on some level it's got to be weird, right? But like regardless of your body type, and I think that this is something that might just like kind of permeate. I can't speak a lot to like, you know, I was lucky to like work in fashion, and I have like a lot of like really close like, you know, gay friends that I've talked with pretty to depth about their experience like trying to date and how like sexually forward a lot of like apps can be in particular, and how it feels really reductive, you know, and that most of the people they meet are kind of like trying to move in that direction, and that can be really hard to find like legitimate connection. But I guess the point I kind of feel is interesting is that a lot of times, like even like me, like hetero dude, there are parts of me and like my physical presence that are like definitely points of preference for the people who date me, you know, especially when you're on dating apps. It's like it's essentially a catalog of different, you know, sexual possibilities, so to speak, right?
Yeah, and I think it would be different if they didn't bring it up and just kept it to themselves, and that was what they're into. But that's never really the case, because and then a lot of the times the only people that will talk to me are people who have it in their profile that they're into that specifically.
Interesting.
So it just feels like a lose-lose, but at the same time I'm like, do I just need to wait until I'm good enough for the general populace to be willing to talk to me? Or
I think that online dating is a shit fucking. It is just a cesspool, and maybe trying to meet people through mutual friends could be healthier. You know what I mean? Like, you know, meeting people through other people, going out in like a non-club setting, like, I don't know, man, getting food with friends who bring other friends, kind of like engaging more in those kind of like community gatherings would probably be better. But it's really hard to say, because ultimately a lot of environments are just going to be super sexually charged, especially dating apps, and that's super, super difficult. The one thing I would say is that when it comes to like changing your body, you should know that like I get it, especially if you just want to be more generally palatable. Like having to deal with the material reality of your environment is niche. Like for most dudes, I'd say that like I think it's better to just feel better, and the more confident you are in your body, the better you're going to feel. But it's really interesting that you have such a unique fetishization experience, which like I don't know if many people experience, like, you know, among like heterosexual callers or friends, you know. It's like that's super specific and captivating. I know a lot of women experience it, because I think it's mostly male fixation and like boxing things up and really acting on it in a way that's overt, that's like maybe like, you know, emboldened by testosterone, who knows. But that's definitely something that like I know a lot of like female friends who report the same stuff, you know.
Right.
It's just really captivating one. But additionally, it's like, if that's just the reality of your environment and like you're having a hard time meeting people outside the context of these apps, it would probably broaden your chances, you know, of at least not feeling fetishized. But the reality is that anyone you meet on an app, regardless, it's like, yeah, man, they might not fetishize you, but they might still carry the same intentions. And even though it's less objectifying, I mean, they'll probably find something else, just be like, I want to touch this or I want to deal with that. You know, like that's their point of fixation regardless. Because that's just like the sexual transaction of those kind of environments, right?
Yeah, and you know, I don't mind from a preference level because obviously I'm not looking for someone my own size either. You know, it's like I can't hold it against people to not be interested because of my size because I'm not looking. That's not my preference either.
Sure.
So I'm not going to hold it against people for having a preference. It's just kind of makes it impossible.
I totally feel that, man. I think. So, are you interested in kind of embarking further on a weight loss journey, or like, are you at odds with that thought?
No, I definitely, you know, I would love to say that I want to lose weight to be healthy, but to be perfectly honest, I just want to be an option. Yeah, I mean,
I get it.
I'm literally a 37-year-old man who's never, you know, who I've gotten laid maybe a handful of times. I've been on like one date in my life, and I'm like middle-aged now, and it's just like, okay, you know, something's got to give.
Yeah. Well, the good thing is I don't think that your sexual prospects really lessen much, especially for dudes. I don't know much for gay dudes, but I think you're typically pretty charged until 50. You know what I mean? You got a good decade and a half still of relative sexual prime to enjoy. So I don't know, man. I think that first of all, if you're at 280, how tall are you?
Like 6'1.5".
Oh, dude, you're in striking distance of being in good shape. Like you could get that done in less than a year. If you're like really, well, have you gotten a hormone profile done before?
No.
Definitely. Do you have health insurance or anything like that?
Not currently. I just moved across the country from Florida to the Portland area, and I'm still looking for work and stuff.
So again, you could use like private MD labs or something and order like a basic male hormone profile thing and just see like, you know, is your thyroid and everything healthy? Is, you know, do you have a good balance of testosterone, so on and so forth? It's a good biomarker to check in on personally, in my opinion, just to be like, okay, if I do have something wrong with my, also, Dory, thank you so much, dude. If you do have, let's say, something going on with your like thyroid, for instance, that'd be making it harder to lose weight. It's good to identify it. However, you know, really learning to make, you know, manageable this kind of habit helps a lot. So,
and I feel like I've got like a good, you know, like I said, I've lost about 100 pounds over the last year and a half. I feel like I've got some good, you know, starting point habits in place that have,
of course,
I feel good about the direction I'm going. My other related question though for you was to be if you had any kind of specific tips, tricks about trying to, while I am losing weight, also start kind of like developing a more attractive body at the same time, because I have not developed any kind of workout to go along with, because everything I've lost so far has just been through diet.
So do you go to the gym at all, or do you do you have a gym membership?
No.
So what I'd recommend is get yourself a gym membership and maybe start using like, you know, treadmills or something and do that for like a few weeks. Just go to the gym, do your walk there, something like that. But to transition into, let's say, more of like a 3-day total body split where you try to train like, let's say, like, you know, your arms, your chest, your back, and your legs, you know, maybe like Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Do it for like 45 minutes. Try to do like one exercise for each and see how you feel. And then gradually kind of track your weights and try to bring those up over time. But really learning how to connect with the muscle by focusing on squeezing through said muscle. And that takes time. There are a lot of good cues on the internet. It'd be hard to teach you like everything in one sitting, obviously. But, you know, I do workout streams and stuff, and whenever I'm doing that, come in and ask questions, of course. I'll always broadcast that on Discord to make sure that you know. But like that's like open source, essentially, that I try to do, where people can come in and ask questions about training the body part I'm training, and I'll give tips and tricks and stuff. But the big thing is to start super slow. And if you're new, you're going to be able to get a lot done with very little, you know? So like a 3-day-a-week split that's super manageable, that you're not going to quit, super, super beneficial, man. Crazy beneficial. Like the amount of progress you can see in relatively short order is insane. In my opinion, at least.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm usually in here when you do your workout stuff, so
hell yeah, that's
I'll definitely be here for that. So yeah, I was just mostly I know kind of down the road I would probably have to get some sort of surgery for extra skin, but I didn't know if you had anything that might help along with that as well, specifically, or if it's
the
just going to be
skin stuff,
something I have to deal with.
You'll probably just have to deal with it. There's not a lot that you can do to like make more elastic the skin. But honestly, dude, like that's such a badge of honor. And like I've never seen anything but positivity about people who have that kind of weight loss, like physical signifier. I still think it's a good thing to have done because I think a lot of like why people go on this is because they want to feel comfortable like taking their shirts off and things like that, and that can be something that leads to discomfort. But one, if you do, no one's gonna care. They're just gonna be like, holy shit, this dude like transformed. It's very clear. It's like, look what they did, which is kind of a cool badge of honor. But if you do want to get it removed, I think it's ultimately going to be something that has to be done surgically. If there are non-surgical efforts, I don't know what they are, to be honest with you. I've just never dealt with it personally or dealt with a client who had to. Most of the people get, the skin removed ultimately.
And that's what I figured. I just didn't know if there's anything that went along with that could potentially help. But I've kind of accepted that that's something I'll probably have to do down the road if I want to be
it's also, like,
visually aesthetic.
And visually aesthetic is so fucking dumb
I know.
to begin with. Like it's so hard to get to, Like,
and it's like, if I had people interested in me at my current size and that didn't care, I would not care. But because it's limiting me, then now I care,
I mean, like, and that's another thing. Like, typically I advise, like, I think it's a good thing to want to be in great shape, obviously, but it's challenging when you're dealing with, like, very different sexual standards and things that I mean, I don't really have an experience of. Like, I know, like, in hetero partnerships, typically, like, women are way more accepting of dudes' bodies. It doesn't mean it won't make it, like, cast a broader net, typically, Men are far more scrutinous in my experience, And if they're not, or there's, a bigger body that they're into, they do tend to fetishize it. And I don't know. I don't know if it's just a matter of being more conditioned by, like, sexual imperatives or, being told that, a certain, like, treating, like, the physical appearance of your partner as your status symbol that you get to project into the world is one thing. I'm not totally sure. I think that there are a lot of influencing factors, but it is really challenging. But yeah, man, you not wanting to be fetishized and still wanting to be able to have, like, meaningful connection, I think is valid. And I also think it's just good to be in shape. You'll probably feel a bit more confident, and that'll bleed through in your conversations,
So I'll definitely be continuing on that journey. So hopefully it'll work out in the end.
So starting small, and I'd go 3 days a week, total body split, gradually elevate your weight in reps. For me, the best full set and rep count somewhere around more like, 2 reps of 8 to 12, 2 sets of 8 to 12 reps on an exercise after sufficient warm up, with one set being, the most weight you can move for 8 to 12 reps with perfect form. And then the next set being, about 20% less weight for the same rep range. However, when you're just getting started, doing like, a solid like 4 sets of something for 10 reps is a great way of just learning how to actually move the weight and connect to the muscle you want to move. So there are so many ways to skin that cat, man. So many ways.
And I'm the type of person who is willing to, like, kind of pour over research and kind of figure stuff out. So
that's good.
I'm like I said, I feel like I'm in a good mental headspace for that continued weight loss journey. So
hell yeah, dude.
It's just more about. It's just more about dealing with the annoyances of having to wait before I can really enjoy
Honestly,
any
though,
of it.
dude, like, don't stop trying to date. Like, the possibility of meeting someone's always out there. Like, I know it could feel maybe disheartening at times, but just know that, like, the prerogatives of, like, it's a microcosm of a community at large. It's like the same thing with any dating app. It's like they're built around sexual transaction, and so they're kind of reductive. But really go out in the world and still try to meet people because, you still are, like, you, and I'm sure that there's an infinite number of redeeming qualities about you outside of whatever, like, body you are, like, wherever the present status of your body is. 'Cause it's going to be the same fucking body, That's the weird thing. Like, your present body is going to be the body you have later. It's going to be the body you had 10 years ago. The same body. You just treat it differently so it looks different. That's it. So,
I mean, obviously, I have redeeming qualities for people to date me. I'm a WakeWilder viewer, obviously.
There it is, exactly. And that's one of the. Make sure you lead with that first and foremost. But no, man, I really do think, like, don't stop going out on, like, dates or going on outings and being receptive to people. But yeah, man, like, draw your line. You don't have to be objectified if you don't want to. You know what I mean?
I appreciate your perspective.
Of course, man. And let me know if there's any, like, fitness advice I can give you. That one sucks, but I understand that the reality of these environments may just be that dating apps can suck, but they can also feel like the only way to meet people. It's a weird, it's a fuck,
I'll definitely be around, and once I start
cool, man.
the incorporation of doing some actual physical activity for once in my life, I'll definitely reach out if I have
Hell yeah,
concerns or
dude, I love
issues.
that. Cool, dude. Well, hey, let me know. Keep me in the loop. Talk in chat, and I will, talk to you soon. Unless you have other questions.
No, that was it. I don't want to hold up other people's time. So I know I appreciate your feedback and perspective.
Hell yeah, man. Well, I really appreciate you, dude, and thank you for coming through.
Have a good one.
You too, man. All right, guys, I gotta pee real quick because I'm full of pee. And then I think we're pulling in Jason. I'm not sure. Regardless, I'll be right back, guys. Yo, what up, what up, what up? How we doing? Hello. How many shit this week taken? Infinite. Okay. We have caller coming up here. Give me one sec. Guys, how are we doing today? Everyone feeling good? How does everyone like the content? Is everyone having fun with this? I think it's kind of fun, and I don't have to react. Even though I may be just reacting to the people here. Me reacting to my callers, are they going to pin me on that? We felt like a lot of your content was too reactionary to your viewers. Hey, Katana, thanks a bunch, man. I have fun with this. This new direction's better. Yeah, it's more engaging, if nothing else, you know what I mean? Which I like. I had to drink to watch, but that's a personal problem. You had to drink to watch? Not to participate, but just to watch? That might be bad. That might not be good. All right, let's see. I believe we have Jason up here. All right, let's do that. The only thing that's going to happen is I think my streams are going to get shorter. That might be the only thing that does happen, because let me tell you something. I get tired doing this. Because you're, like, really giving it. Like, you're fucking giving it all. You're slanging it. You're pummeling it out, man. Some people find hearing social conversations more awkward to them. Well, of course, yeah, it's its own thing, man. It's almost super late. Anyone who's late on Discord, just know, like, we're going to do this multiple times. This is not your only thing, so just let us know where you're at on the list and let me know. Okay, so I'm going to pull in Jason. All right. Jason, you're on air, man. What's the word?
Oh, what up, Wake?
How we doing, dude?
Good. It's Ibanez again.
Oh, shit. What's good, man?
Hey, man. Nothing much. Start off question. How much you pay your monks? Because they're doing the Lord's work, man.
They are doing the Lord's work. Look, guys, the more money we make here, the more I can actually maybe pay them at some point. So, yeah.
Give your primes, chat. Give your primes.
But what's the word, man? What's going on?
Nothing much.
Did you have a good Christmas?
I did, actually. I did my
Nice.
Had a few gift exchanges and stuff like that.
Hell yeah.
Today was just a gluttonous day. Just
consume all the food. Yeah. Yo, Wandering Stretch, thank you for the fucking prime, man.
Yeah,
appreciate
was
that.
Not too bad at all. I feel like it's about Christmas is over. About a week from now, it's that fateful day, January 1st. Since I do work at a gym, just not for me personally, but the chatters there who are thinking about joining the gym, or just who haven't been to a gym before, or who are just curious about starting off their fitness journey come January 1st for their resolutions. Do you have any advice for those people in particular who are just wanting to start off their journey January 1st?
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, man. The thing is that, with any resolution, man, I think that the biggest issue I see is that everyone sees it as a very all or nothing, I'm going to reinvent myself thing. And I think that that's a really fucked up headspace to enter any kind of, total lifestyle augmentation with. It'd be it's going to be a new me. It's nope, it's going to be the same you. You're going to deal with your same issues, and you deciding for a week that you're not, and then setting these unreasonable expectations for yourself is fucking sane, and you're setting yourself up for failure to be I can't stick to anything, and I'm a piece of shit. Stop it. You're probably still going to want to eat some of the same foods. You're probably going to still feel a bit lazy. You're probably not going to feel motivated in 3 weeks. So let's plan accordingly. How do we, rather than saying all I eat is broccoli now, be okay, I'm going to reduce the total amount of these foods I eat and maybe relegate them to a couple days a week that I share with family, Stuff like that. Maybe I don't eat pizza every Tuesday because I didn't want to cook, but it's more Friday I'll have a slice of pizza with some friends, things of that nature. That's better, So it's how do we make sense of the reality of I want to change everything with everything takes time to change, Because if you go in changing everything suddenly, the likelihood of sticking with anything is so fucking slim. You have to kind of titrate change over time. So really make it something you can stand beside. Don't just go in there with this intent of making everything about who it is you are different, because it's gonna fucking crush you, dude. It's gonna crush you.
What about the people who are just who've never been to a gym, who are afraid or just don't know what to do, who to approach, or some directions? I guess you would direct them online, I'd assume. But
I think online resources are super helpful. I mean, if you want to hire personal trainers, I think it's your prerogative. I think that personal trainers are super duper useful in the event that you have the capital. It's all a matter of if you're at the gym and you don't know what you're doing. Generally speaking, most people are receptive. Gyms are really friendly environments. So if you see individuals who seem to be relatively competent and they don't look as though they're hurting themselves while they lift, those are great people to chat with, But it's all a balance, man. You got to find your own comfort in that environment, and just know that generally speaking, everyone who's in a gym is appreciative of where you're at in your personal journey. Everyone started somewhere, and that's kind of the really challenging reality of lifting at all, is that everyone started from nothing, and it is a really hard thing to really develop and engender in yourself, that kind of discipline and rigor. So just know that people have empathy for it, people have been there too, and you're going to find someone who really can help guide you.
Yeah, I think it's with any interest in general. I think the first step is stepping into the gym or getting outside to head to the gym. I think that's a lot where the hardest part comes from.
Oh,
a lot
sure.
of people.
I mean, also finding a gym that's close by helps a lot. Proximity is massive, dude. Massive.
Yeah.
You don't want to put a lot of obstacles between you and actually getting to your gym. That's gonna fucking hurt you, dude. It's gonna hurt you.
And I feel people chat. If you if you're going to the gym and like you're afraid of like the stereotypes that people put out there of like these big bulky dudes are too intimidating to approach. They're the nicest guys.
Those are the guys who are typically the coolest.
And like so I think we're all super stoked on like helping people who are just in there.
Couldn't agree more, man. Couldn't agree more. Don't feel any pressure, man. You don't need to go to a building to work out. No, of course you don't. You could literally work out anywhere, man. Like you could. Gyms are a great place to start in the event that you want equipment, but dude, you can start working out in a park nearby, man. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, of course. But yeah, I just figured I'd get that out there for like, again, it is coming up, and there's gonna be I'm gonna see a lot of people doing some weird stuff at the gym and workout, so it's gonna just figure that soften the blow a little bit.
But it'll that also means that new people are in and they're trying to do stuff, and you get to be there. You're a resource,
Oh yeah. So a friend, like even like people who work at the front desk, like even for me, like if and like people who like generally think wouldn't give you the time of day, like will always give you the time of day. At least the gym I work at. If it's a good gym, we'll always have the staff who would always come up, who would be open for you to approach them for any information in terms of like just first of all to not injure yourself, and second of all to like guide you in the right direction of like of safely progressing you to be a stronger version of yourself.
I wholeheartedly agree, man.
Yeah,
wholeheartedly agree.
That's about it, man. But Wake, is a pleasure again.
Likewise, man. I had a lot of fun.
I will see you in chat. Again, chat, primes, tier ones, anything. Support your favorite streamer or your second screen streamer. So give all you can, okay? He deserves it.
Hey, brother. I really appreciate it, man.
All right. No worries. All right, take it easy, Wake. Later.
You too, man. All right, guys. Shit. I think I am maybe kind of chatted out for now, so
to be best friends like we are.
What we might do, maybe we do this practice of no reacts. No, we might have to end stream, man. It might just be that time. We could game, I guess, but I kind of feel like I'd rather not do that on Christmas and maybe do that another day. Please don't end. I'm sorry. Turn off my overlay and make an intro for YouTube. Oh, wait. Should we do that real quick? Hold on. We could probably do that. Hold on. Let's see. The audio doesn't communicate anyway, so that should be fine. Let's turn off. What should we say? Hold on. Hold on. Where is it? Okay. What do we say? What do we say? What do we say when we do an intro? Chilson? What's the script here?
Thank you so much.
Not sub.
Best of friend.
Thank you so much, Isaac, for the 2. Hold on, I should turn that off, though. All right. Yo! So it's come to my attention that 50% of the people who find their way to my video are not subscribed. So please do me a favor, support the channel, boost us in the algorithm, and go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and check me out on all the other platforms as well, because it all helps. So anyways, guys, I hope you like the content we have planned today. Please subscribe. Subscribe. Just hit the button. It's right there. All right, does that work? Is that good? You are feeling deeply compelled to hit the subscribe button. As you gaze deeper and deeper into my eyes, and I deeper and deeper into yours, there's intangible connection and understanding of what you must necessarily do, to appease the gods. And it's subscribe. Please subscribe. 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 Better? The music won't come through, though. It doesn't make it to VOD. It's not a booger. It's not a booger. Okay, hold on. What do I have to turn back on now? I gotta turn on voice JChat there. Okay, sub goal. Gift, Discord. Hold on, what was it? I think I have everything up now, don't I? No. Hold on, I need follows. Where's my follows? Follows are up. There's my alert box. That'll work? Hell yeah. Alright, guys. I don't know what to do here. I kind of feel like... Hold on. Unfolding. Thank you for the 3, man. I appreciate that so much, man. I had a lot of fun with you guys, man. I am, however, very, very tired. And so I think because of that... You know what? I was going to raid Bonnie, but Bonnie's kind of coasting on a hella viewers, so I think I'm going to go ahead and send you guys to Jelly, because I haven't seen Jelly in a long time, and it's Christmas. I love you guys, man. Go have fun, and I'll talk to you guys. You can't end on a hype train, guys. I had fun, but I'm gonna take it away for the day. All right. I love you all. Thank you for the fun. Thank you for loving me, man. Thank you for being my viewers and giving a fuck. It means the world. And I will see you guys tomorrow, as always. So guys, please have a good time. See all your family. Tell them you love them. Give them hugs, and come back tomorrow and we'll have a great time, man. All right. I'll see you guys later.